Wait, I haven't started recording.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter if you started recording or not. We're back. Sorry about that break. Hopefully this works.
I think it'll work.
We just can't ever seem to complete a successful stream.
Our very first one was. Our very first one was successful, but after that, just keeps going downhill.
And we have a guest because...
Hang on.
Are you recording it?
No, I need to start that. Yes, we are back.
All right, we're back, guys. Sorry about that break. Hopefully this still works in the live stream. We had a guest rudely interrupt in the middle of the podcast.
That's what sisters are for.
But it is achieving a goal of ours for this coming year. Do you remember that?
Yes, we have needed...
Having the awesomest person ever on Snarf Talk.
Having first female... Did you screw it up now?
Yeah, hang on. I gotta go back. It wasn't recording her.
We're live, dude.
Oh, that's fine. We can still be live.
Oh, what a shit show.
Now we can go.
All right, make sure you mess with her gain. Oh, wait, do you have headphones on?
No, she can't
Don't
hear. She
literally-
can't hear the real world of the podcast. You have to enter the matrix
I can hear
of the
I have
podcast.
ears.
So yes, Chris's sister is here, Mandy. It's our very first female podcast guest
I feel
ever.
super privileged. Like
You should.
Like way more privileged than I expected to feel walking in here.
Yeah, this is what happens when you're on the podcast. You get special treatment because we have to get you all suited up. We wear special gear. I don't know if most people don't know that, but we have special podcast suits that we put on. And that way we can pee into them. The biggest problem is peeing, on a podcast that is 2.5 hours long. A lot of people have to go pee, and dude kept getting up, going to the bathroom all the time. So Chris and I finally just said, you know what? Let's just pee our pants.
Yeah, we wear diapers.
So,
Adult depends.
well, see, I'm hooked up to a suit that just pumps it outside through a outlet in the wall. A lot of people don't know that iTree's office has those.
It's like a little vacuum.
Yeah, it's astronauts. It's like astronauts.
A little vacuum on your Jammie Dodger.
on my little Jammie Dodger. That's what I do.
All right. Hopefully the live stream's back for you guys. There was a bunch of people watching. Hopefully you make it back with us. I hope that it continues the same live stream, but I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know if that's the way it works.
But yes, we have our first female guest, my lovely sister,
The best
Amanda.
Mandy.
Mandy, Mandu, as I like to call her.
Mandu?
Which is
Mando.
going back to Chris talking about Korean.
Yeah.
Mandu is Korean dumpling and super good.
Yeah. It's a Korean dumpling.
You basically just call her dumpling all the time.
Well, once we went to Korea, we found out about Mandu. So I've always called her Mandu since then.
Oh, you're like, hey, little dumpling. Hey, little dumpling
that makes it
sister.
sound creepy,
Super
but-
creepy.
I'm not the one who says it. You say it.
But we ate some other cool stuff there, like chapchae bop.
So good.
Fried silkworms that you could buy on the street on
I
sticks.
didn't eat those.
Really? Silkworms, huh? That's a thing.
Yeah.
that
I feel
people
like
eat?
the kimchi, that's
Yeah.
the most.
That's the good stuff.
It's literally cabbage that rots in a pot.
Oh, yeah. Anything fermented is good. I mean, it's just like, oh, yeah.
I'm not going. No.
Most
I
fermented
didn't-
things.
I never ate that.
Sauerkraut?
I never ate it.
You never ate the kimchi?
No.
That was the best thing.
I
Oh,
have
you didn't even eat
standards.
it?
No.
Oh, you're silly. You're a silly
No, we
little
went to this
dumpling.
monastery and you could smell you could smell it from the parking lot. I'm like, something's wrong here. And they're like, oh, that's kimchi. And I'm like, well, that's not going
Yeah,
in my
well,
belly.
that ain't coming in here.
Oh my gosh, the live stream did come back.
Really, in the same one?
Yeah,
Well, that's good.
I'm pretty sure it did. Here's some stuff
Yeah.
about Thomas's English muffins. Howdy said that, first of all, you left your phone there.
I know.
Right.
You leave your phone everywhere.
I-
You've left your phone 20 times today in different
said
places.
Earlier, I said when I come to mom's house, it's like a vortex. As soon as I arrive back home, I have no idea where my phone went the whole entire time. All I do is walk around going, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Oh, where's my phone? I can't find my phone.
You can put it in your pocket.
No.
Why?
It's because it's a vortex, man.
Oh.
You can't have control.
By the way, she will have a
Video.
video here soon. We're charging a phone so that we can videotape her.
Great.
Yeah. So
I see that you're
Get your
drinking
game face
a
on.
gigantic
It's
gallon.
a Magnum.
it's like a Magnum bottle.
It's Magnum. It's called Magnum. I am
It
a
is a-
Cooper's Hawk Wine Club member.
So that has
Oh.
nothing to do with your anniversary?
No, it's
It
Cooper's
says
Hawk's anniversary.
blend. Oh, okay.
So yeah, anniversary blend.
And I walked in, and the guy's like, "Well, you're getting the Magnum bottle," and I was like, "Because you get 3 bottles every month."
Oh.
But I usually don't go every month to pick it up. I pick them up like every 2 or
So
3
you get
months. So I get like 6 or
6
9 bottles.
Holy cow.
Yeah, because I don't go there often. Anyways, and he's like, "It's the Magnum bottle," and I was like, "Well, I don't know what that means." And then he pointed to it, and he's like, "You want that?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Oh,
Why
okay.
would
Well,
you
we
not want
also
that?
have," and I was like, "I'm just kidding. I totally want the Magnum
Yeah,
bottle."
show it on the camera
Hello.
because it's a giant
It's a
bottle.
legit gallon of wine.
It's a gallon of wine that she walked in this
It's
room
legit
with.
almost gone.
It's bigger than my head, and it's almost empty.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. 1.5 liters. So
Oh, well, that's not very many.
That's like half a gallon, right?
Yeah. It is exactly like half a gallon. Because it's 4 quarts. How many liters? How many quarts to a liter? It's like,
They're close.
At
They're
least
about the same.
1,000.
A quart and a liter is similar.
yeah, it is. But I think it's like 3 point something.
3.8.
They've always got to be different.
You know, it's back to the British thing.
It is back to the British.
Just call it an English muffin.
Why can't it be a whole number?
We're giving you the credit for the muffin.
Right.
Take it.
Take the credit for
Especially-
English muffin. And we're
especially an
literally
English muffin.
They're the best muffins.
Oh, yeah.
You've already won the muffin
butter
game.
melts in the little
right
crevices.
in the nooks and
Oh,
crannies
it's delicious.
when you pull it apart.
I like a good banana nut muffin, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Any kind of muffin.
but that's different. Like
Casey's
our
has a-
muffins are
Raisins.
different than an English muffin.
Yeah, they're packed with sugar like America.
Right. Which is like, yeah, that's exactly
America, the land of diabetes.
America.
Diabetes testing
The land,
supplies.
the land of Wilford
Hi,
Brimley.
I'm Wilford Brimley. I'm
Isn't
here
it?
to talk about diabetes testing supplies.
Testing supplies on my horse.
I'm next to a horse, so you know I'm serious.
Because horses suffer from terrible diabetes
Just like
from
me.
their sugar feed. We put sugar feed.
They feed them Skittles. Cattle.
Horses?
What for?
All kinds of animals.
Why would they feed them Skittles?
Just because they got all kinds of Skittles at the Skittles factory, like reject Skittles. So they put them in a... They do. They I just read
Really?
an article about them feeding Skittles to cattle, livestock.
But I don't understand like what the benefit of that would be. Why would it be?
There's no benefit. It's just to get rid of the Skittles.
Well, I know so... Like, they could send all of them, the Skittles, to my house. I'll take them.
No, they're reject
The
Skittles.
They're
extras?
rejects.
I don't
They're-
care.
They
I don't
failed
mind
like
a
the poison
reject
They're really,
threshold.
yeah, they're full
They're
of
like,
poison.
oh, hey, Phil, we got too much poison in this batch of Skittles. What are we gonna do with it?
Hey,
we
ours-
can't feed this to the kids.
Hey, some arsenic fell in that tub. We gotta get rid of that
Too
one,
much
Jim.
Red dye number 40 in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yellow number 5. Way too much of it. Get it out.
This
Feed it to the cows,
This
Greg.
has got much more of a shit brown consistency on this round of Skittles over here. We were looking for a lime green.
Hey, Phil, what happened to the lime green? It killed 6 kids in New Jersey. Feed it to the cows. Get it out to the pigs, huh? In the backyard.
Inside the world of alternative feed, from donuts to citrus pulp to feathers to Kool-Aid mix. By now, you've heard that a truck spilled a small sea of red Skittles, factory defects marked without the standard white S, across the road in rural Wisconsin. You've also probably heard that the candies were supposedly headed to a local farm for use in cattle feed, and the plot thickens.
Oh,
Mars Inc., which makes Skittles, said the plant that
Mars.
made the candies doesn't sell them for animal feed.
okay.
Wait. Much of America said, aren't we burying the lead here? Cows eat freaking Skittles? Well, yeah. This is a terrible article.
Yeah, it's either a terrible article or you don't know how to read.
Across the road in rural Wisconsin. You've also... What are you doing there?
Ah, sorry.
Feed is the single largest expense of most cattle operations, so when producers find a way to blend in other cheaper ingredients to the standard cow meal, they frequently will, including Skittles. It's not prohibited, and it's fair game. So they do. They eat
Proof.
Skittles.
That you can find anything on the internet.
Yeah.
It's insane. Hey, Jimmy, these Skittles ain't got the gabagoo, you know?
Fucking dumbass put a W on them.
Put a W on the Skittles. Huh?
Oh, man.
They put M's all over the Skittles.
They put a backward S. Old Danny dyslexic over there.
Dennis the dyslexic.
All right.
Okay.
I'm getting this video ready. So
Good. I'm going to move on.
Move.
So,
Hold on. I got to move you back one.
Okay.
Best breakfast.
Oh, we're going to have a top 10.
I agree. You should do a top 10.
Yeah, we're going to.
I disagree that you discounted Ryan Fry's.
Well,
Casey's breakfast pizza. That belongs in top 10.
it's very good. I just.
No, it's the top 10er.
I'm more of a purist.
It is.
It's fine.
We're
It's
on a
just
different
fine.
podcast now, but it is not. I don't like it.
I like it. It's
What?
fine. It's
I
just
don't
not.
like it. Sorry.
Chris is a bit of a,
Well,
other guy.
I like the Casey's breakfast burrito. I would
No.
take
I don't
that
know if I've ever
any
had
day.
a breakfast burrito. I didn't even know they made those.
In Central Illinois, they don't make Casey's breakfast burritos.
No?
That's a North thing.
Yeah.
You gotta
Must be a
stay
north. Must be a north thing.
right
Sorry.
up there in that microphone. You can't
Okay.
just whine wave around.
Fine, wait.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, we're moving on. So there is a huge thing going on tonight. It is a Saturday, and there is a fight between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. happening as we speak. They are these two old men are pummeling each other.
Is
Wait,
that
like the
tonight?
real Mike Tyson or
Yes.
his kid?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson.
Like Mike Tyson.
The 54-year-old Mike Tyson.
I got a
He's
tiger.
54.
Yep, and
He
the
looks good.
And
I
the
thought he was
51
older than that, though.
the 51-year-old Roy Jones Jr. are fighting each other. What I wanted to bring up about this, though, is that I was really excited about this fight for a long time. I thought, man, this is going to be cool. And I saw some video of Mike Tyson, like, training, and I was like, man, he's crazy jacked and, like, old, but still really good. And then he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and then he sounded completely insane, like legitimately insane, talking about how he loved fighting so much that it was like he would get off to it, like it was pleasurable to him to fight people.
Okay.
Really strange.
Well, that's a
But
thing,
it got me excited about the fight. Physically excited. Anyways, but then I read what the rules were. Have you read the rules of this fight? So originally they were going to have him wear headgear, but they both said, no, we're not. We're absolutely not doing that. So
Because
they
he's
don't.
like, I want to for sure get
They're not doing
my
they're-
chance of biting their ear off.
Yeah, maybe he will. You never know.
You know
But-
why he bit that ear off of Evander Holyfield?
Because of the
Yeah.
cheap shots.
He thought that he was being cheap. He was getting cheap shots, but he
Yeah.
wasn't.
He's like, I'm getting cheap shots.
He was
I'm gonna
getting mad,
bite
yeah.
somebody's ear off.
But so the rules of this are the rounds are shorter. They're only 2 minutes long. That's it. And then there's only 8 rounds instead of the standard, what is it, like 12 or 13? 13 rounds or 15?
I don't even know.
I think boxing has 15 rounds. But they're only doing 8. And it gets worse. There's no knockouts. You can't have a knockout. So what are they fighting for?
Why? How do they legislate no knockouts?
Because it's
What
not.
happens if you just knock somebody out?
I know.
Accident.
That's what I was thinking. There's no knockouts. There's no scores. And if you get a cut at any point in time, fight's over. You're
What?
done.
Okay.
So how is
this
this fight
ridiculous.
even going to be a thing? How does this work?
Is somebody going to help them into the ring? 'Cause,
I mean,
I don't know. I saw Mike
54
Tyson
and walking into a
he's
ring.
54 and he is in
Oh my gosh.
54 times better shape than me. So.
he's an animal.
Well,
He looks like
he's
an
a
animal.
professional athlete.
Well, he was a professional athlete.
Well,
He's just
that-
smoked pot for the last 20 years.
He If you-
I don't think that affects your.
No, he's a genetic freak.
He really is. If you watch the first time he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, though, if you get on YouTube and watch that episode, he is a completely different human being than the next time he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, which was just like a month or so ago. And like the first one was like, I just smoke weed and party and do whatever I want. And this other guy was insane. He like needed to be locked up. He's like crazy
Well-
talking about fighting.
Head injury.
I guarantee you he's at a lot of them.
Yeah.
He's full of head injuries. And you know what else he has? A lisp. I don't know if anybody's noticed.
What? I mean, so
have you noticed that?
I've never noticed that. I don't know what you're talking about.
But I don't know. I'm still interested in the fight, but I just don't know how they're gonna actually fight with those type of rules. And they're not doing a winner. It's like they're not scoring it. I don't. So how do
I watch this fight? You're just making me want to watch it more.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm selling it more.
You're selling it to me.
Well, it's
Not
already
to
on,
me.
and you have no.
I had no idea.
All I ever do for these pay-per-view fights is wait until it's over, and then it's immediately put up on Reddit, and
Really?
you can watch like all of the highlights.
I feel like I was just at Chubbs' house, and he's the only person's house I've ever gone to watch a fight, and he didn't even say anything about it. So, I don't know.
Poor media.
But it's not UFC. That's
Poor
what
promoting.
I usually
Yeah,
went
it's
over there
not.
and watched.
Way to go, Chubbs.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. Okay.
Have fun
Drop
with
the
your
ball.
Jammie Dodgers over there. And your Heinz beans.
And your crumpets, right?
Heinz beans.
Eat them.
They're beans.
You eat them for breakfast.
When's the least amount of time that you want to eat a bean? Breakfast? Eat it at breakfast,
Eat it at
you
breakfast.
son of a bitch, you Jammie
You just
Dodger.
woke up. You want to break that fast? Eat these beans.
What could be better with your beans? Vinegar.
We're going to just douse them in vinegar. They're these poorly cooked, mushy beans. Anyways, so Disney, that's a thing. They apparently have the Predator franchise now. Like they're gonna make another Predator movie. Disney is Predator 5. What are you looking at? You're not paying attention to me.
I'm trying to figure something out on this.
Are you in a spaceship?
Live stream? Something's messed up.
It looks like it's going just fine.
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so they're doing Predator 5 with the director from 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh yeah, I like that movie.
Dan Trachtenberg.
That was a weird movie.
Is that the one with John Goodman, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the basement?
Oh, yeah.
I liked it. It's not bad.
So apparently, though, he's not following the same thing as the other Predators. He's going to do it in the past, like a long time ago. And it says it will focus around Native Americans before the territories were taken by American settlers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of into that.
I mean,
I'm all about anything Native American.
And Predator
what about Predator?
have a bunch
I
of
never
Indians.
saw the movie Predator.
You've never seen any Predator?
Isn't that an alien movie?
Well,
Whoa. There's aliens, and then there's Predator. He would be considered an alien, but they're different in the sci-fi world.
Oh,
Predator is the guy with
okay.
the
Well, there's the first problem.
the.
Sci-fi.
You don't ever watch anything sci-fi?
okay.
My
Now, we
goodness.
do have
That's
the
a
live
no.
stream going. I just, I want to say, we've missed a bunch of comments.
Have we?
Yeah. David wants to know why all the Skittles guys are from Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Everybody's from Minnesota.
Well, I thought it was more New Jersey.
So true.
I thought it was a little bit more
No.
more Jersey.
Everybody cool is from
We
Minnesota.
did a little bit both. Why do you say that? Who's cool?
I don't know. Just like all of a sudden, Minnesota's awesome, and everybody there. That's where all the big companies are, and it's super nice.
Really?
Everybody's from Minnesota. Yeah, for sure. Everybody cool. That's a fact. You
There's-
can Google that.
There's only one person I know from Minnesota.
And then Greg said they feed hogs ice cream.
They do?
David said, I wish Howdy was on
Two. Well,
like a double whammy. We only have 3 microphones.
yeah, we
Well-
only have 3, sorry. Well, we do have actually
First of all,
more than that.
David, whatever. Second of all, it's a one or other, because I'm actually supposed to be watching Chris's kid right now.
Yeah, I just thought about that. I just dropped my daughter off for you to babysit overnight. And then you showed up here with a mostly drunk gallon of wine. So I don't even know what's going on now.
You didn't seem
Well-
that worried, though. You just.
I mean,
set me
Howdy's
up.
still there.
No.
I literally barely
Greg's-
even walked in the house. I just threw her inside. And I'm like, I got a podcast. I got to go.
Yeah.
I got bagoo.
And then I thought about it for a little bit, and I was like, he's got a podcast. I got to go.
That's good. Now you're our first female. Now we check that box.
Greg,
That box.
Greg's
Never
home.
have to have another one again.
Never again.
Greg's home with the kids. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He's good.
Well, apparently he's only social mediaing.
Yeah.
He's just on here commenting all the time.
He already commented about you in
Yeah.
the phone conversation. He said she never wears pants with pockets PJs all day.
Oh my gosh.
That's not true. My scrub pants have pockets in them.
Oh,
I wear
really?
them to work.
I figured you'd wear, what are those things called? Leggings. Don't girls just only wear leggings now?
Well, she's got to wear scrubs when she goes to work.
I wear scrubs when I go to work, and then I wear workout leggings that have pockets to hold your phone while you jog. But if you don't jog, they just have pockets. So that's cool
Nobody
too.
jogs
So
anymore.
what percentage of time do you spend jogging in your jogging pants?
Well, I did for about 3 months, and I've had them for about 3 years.
When
So
it gets
that-
when it
whatever
gets
percent
kind of
that
cold
is.
when it gets cold outside and you have to go from the car to the house, like that portion.
You kick
Or
it up
like
to a
from-
light jog.
Yeah, from car to work, like that's the jogging point. That's what I do, anyways.
Yeah.
So Predator.
Yeah, so Predator's happening with Native Americans.
Why
Disney's
do you
doing it.
only enjoy Native American movies?
Why did you say that?
You said you enjoy watching anything Native American.
Oh, I really like learning about Native American stuff.
Like, what's your
I'm very
favorite?
into
It is
Like,
intriguing.
Give me some of your favorite Native American movies that you've seen.
Oh, a movie? Pocahontas.
Have you ever seen the
Just do
wolf
it.
cry?
Well, I gotta tell you,
Blue
it's not a movie,
corner?
but it's one of my current favorite television shows. Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But they're,
Dances with Wolves.
yeah, it's long.
Oh,
Yep.
so good.
I like the space version, Avatar.
So good.
Oh, there's a movie I'm trying.
Same movie. Avatar and Dances with Wolves are the exact same movie.
I guess I never thought of it that way.
They're shot for shot. I mean, they're the same movie.
Remember we saw Avatar in Tentera
We saw
in the middle
Avatar
of winter, and it was the first vacation Greg went on with my family.
in southern Missouri in a non
Ozarks.
3D theater at the Ozarks. Yeah.
Like it just come out.
And everybody's like, yeah, that's pretty good. And then I saw it in 3D. I'm like,
Yeah,
fuck you, Missouri.
absolutely. That's the first time I saw it was in 3D.
Yeah.
You need to see. This is a crazy movie, but it's with Kurt Russell, and it's called Bone Tomahawk. It is insane. It's from
Really?
2015. It's very graphic, but it's all about Indians. And
Really?
Russell Crowe or
Yeah, see, I
Kurt
like-
Russell's
I like,
not.
I like that kind of stuff.
You do? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
You might enjoy this then, but it's like disturbing. It's somewhat disturbing in some parts.
Well, everything about the Indians is disturbing.
Right.
Pretty much.
It's very
About them or about how they were treated?
how they were treated.
Yeah.
Their history. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad.
The
It
film is
is.
about a small town sheriff, Kurt Russell, who leads a posse into a desolate region to rescue two people who were abducted by a cannibalistic indigenous group, which it was basically like Indians. Just, and it's wild. It's a good one.
So
It's good though.
when we went down to Arkansas to see Kristen, my older sister, we went to an Ansel Adams. You know, Ansel Adams, the black and white photographer.
Yeah.
Art exhibit, and it was very interesting to learn that he started by taking pictures of Native American tribes.
Really?
And so, like, his exhibit, it started off with that, and it was actually super cool
I
to
have
see.
no memory of this.
No, you weren't there. This was just a few months ago when I went down there.
I was going to say, it's not surprising if
No,
you didn't have
but
any
I was
memory of it.
shocked. Ansel Adams, you know? I don't know. Didn't think that.
Yeah. I had no idea about any
He's
of
my
that.
favorite
Black and white.
long form landscape photographer.
Really?
Yeah. Like
Of
long
long?
distance. I mean, like he's always got like landscape shots.
Yeah.
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 I thought you said lawn form.
I should have said
Like
long
lawns.
exposure because they're always like long exposure photos.
Yeah. But what does that
Oh,
actually
I
mean?
see what you mean. So
It means
long
that
exposure.
it's the thing is open a long time.
I know, but
So
what does that
exposing
do?
the
So you'll
film.
see movement basically in the picture. So
No,
if you,
but
But
his
his
don't
aren't
have
like
movement.
that.
But they
No.
have
long
they're-
exposure
He's
would
like
do
the
that.
black and white.
Yeah,
guy.
but they're like real high contrast.
But long exposure would make it somewhat blurry. Like if you just like took a picture of grass with long exposure,
Mm-hmm.
it would make it like you would see the movement in that picture
Yeah.
and make it kind of blurry. But a lot of people do that with like the sky, and you can see all the things moving in the sky,
Right.
which is pretty neat
Yeah.
because there's a lot of stuff up there.
A couple things.
Couple things up there. Dude, I was watching the SpaceX launch and stuff.
That thing looked interesting. It looked.
Oh, I watched it all.
That vehicle.
Yeah, it's completely different. Like the Dragon, SpaceX.
Yeah, it does not look like a
Dragon.
space rocket.
It's just, yeah, it is.
Looks like a thermos.
It is kind of like a thermos, but their capsule is pretty neat. And they're going like old school with this capsule where, you don't have a space shuttle anymore. It's just a capsule. And when they come back to Earth, it parachutes down and lands in the water.
It's the best way to go.
And I think it is. But the rockets...
Yeah.
The rockets that take them up to space, when they come back down, they all land themselves and they're reusable, but they land on a drone. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
So there's
that.
a drone flying around. So once they get up to space and the capsule gets off the second stage rocket, when that comes back down, it lands on a drone.
Like
and then
in the upper atmosphere?
Yes. And they bring it back.
That's pretty cool.
It's insane.
Wait. So the drone is basically just a rocket ship.
It's an airship.
It's an airplane.
Basically. It's like an aircraft carrier.
Like the Shield helicarrier?
Yes. That's I mean, I don't know the size of it, but it's big enough to fit the second stage of a rocket on it.
Huh.
It's incredible.
That is cool.
And then they just spent like 24 hours chasing the ISS, International Space Station, if you don't know.
Why do you look at her like she wouldn't know?
I looked around the room.
No,
There's only one other person in the
He's
room.
right. I don't know. Anything with space, I'm like,
All of it was automated. They didn't have to fly nothing. And it literally just like caught up to the International Space Station and docked, and then they got off. It's like a regular Sunday drive for them. It's incredible.
That's pretty cool.
It's awesome. Next, I don't know if you're going to be disappointed in this. I kind of am, but Amazon officially canceled the show.
Oh no.
Utopia.
They canceled that?
It's only getting one season.
That's not good.
No, I know. I don't know why.
I like that.
They said
show.
it gained a huge cult following.
It did. Yeah.
But it didn't have very good critic reviews. Who cares about critics, first off?
It wasn't great. Like, as if you're reviewing it critically, there was a lot of problems with it. But I still enjoyed it enough that I would have enjoyed to see a second season.
I mean, when your viewers are viewing a show and you have they're
not
large amount of
necessarily
people
looking at it with a critical eye. They're just trying to be entertained.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So if you have a bunch of viewership that enjoys the show and wants to see more of it, why wouldn't you make it? I think where it stems from is that they were talking about in the article how it had like an abnormally long production and it cost a lot of money.
And COVID.
No, it wasn't during the COVID thing. They did all of it before COVID. But since they shot all of that and produced it all before COVID and it took a long time, they're probably thinking now it's never going to get produced. So they got rid of it, canned it.
Why
chucked it
does
out
your
the door.
dad always like have to give us like the frowny faces and like
What did he do?
he gave us a frowny face emoji?
How do you see that?
Like
Hi, Jeff.
his reaction
Oh,
to our live stream is just frowny face emoji.
He's just always angry. Just always angry with what we're talking about. We must have said something. He loves Indians too. And Buffalo.
Yeah.
He's a big Buffalo guy. So
Buffalo's
maybe.
so cool.
He needs to read that book by Steve Rinella, then American Buffalo.
Oh, really?
Supposedly it's really good. It was like his first book.
Maybe I'll get it for him.
Yeah, that's a good
Christmas.
Christmas. Well, he's
Hey,
listening.
Dad, don't listen to this. If you get a book called American Buffalo by Steve Rinella, act surprised. Yeah. Please. But yeah, that would be a good gift for him because he does. He loves Buffalo, loves Indians, always had paintings of Indians in Buffalo around.
Dreamcatchers.
Maybe we weren't talking about them in a fashion that he enjoyed, and gave us a frowny face for it.
What else you got for news?
Next, a board game. New board game.
Okay.
A new board game coming of The Boys.
A board game of The Boys?
Yeah.
Have you seen The Boys, Mandy?
No.
Oh my God.
The Amazon Prime original?
No.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
Do you listen to our podcast?
Oh, she doesn't have Amazon
No.
Prime. That's the problem.
No, I do now. I do now.
She just...
I have it now.
What, are you from the 1870s?
Yes, I told you I liked Indians. Okay.
So that affects your Amazon-y.
So you have it now.
I have it now.
Okay, that's your first
I'm a real adult now.
first thing to go towards is Amazon Prime. Get it on your Roku. You got a Roku's, right? Mm-hmm. All right, and start watching the show The Boys, and prepare to be pretty disturbed.
Oh my gosh, 2 seasons of it.
No, I don't like disturbing
It's not
shows.
horror. It's not horror.
It's not.
It's
Okay.
kind of
It's just like
action
shocking.
comedy. Comedy? There's
Oh,
some
yeah,
comedy.
there's some
I
comedy.
would say action comedy with really shockingly violence.
But it's
Okay.
like done lightheartedly.
Yeah.
It's weird to say
It's
that,
like they
but it's like
hilariously laser people's heads in half
or
with laser vision.
yeah, or like crush a head with their hand. It's fine though.
There's a
Okay.
room where an entire room full of spoilers. An
Yeah.
entire rooms full of people's heads just start popping.
But that's in the second season, so you got
Like-
Okay.
you got a little ways. I think the second season was a little more
They push the boundaries.
graphic than the first season, but the first season will still
It'll shock and awe.
yeah, there's a lot of like breast milk drinking.
Yeah. A guy was
I'm serious.
A guy was
He
sexually molested in his gills
yeah, by a dolphin.
by a dolphin.
Okay, this doesn't sound like something
Oh,
that's
I'm
up my alley.
No, I
You're
think
gonna
you'll
like
enjoy it.
Everybody would like this show. It's really good.
Every single
I
person
don't
would
even
like
know how
it.
you can say
And
that.
and to be honest, I think we're gonna like the board game.
Oh! Your dad just gave us a middle finger.
Let me read. No, he didn't.
He did.
Oh, he did. Why? Why? I didn't say anything bad, Dad. What is that for? My goodness.
Anyway, The Boys. It's about a group of superhero team that like work for this corporation, and they're like famous. They're like the most famous celebrities because they're superheroes. So it's pretend it's a world where superheroes exist, but these people are like gods on Earth, so they can do whatever they want with basically no consequences. So they're
Right.
terrible people.
Okay. Well, that sounds bad.
And there's this group of people that have been wronged by them that are like out to kill them.
Get rid of them. Get
They
rid of all
wanna
the
get rid of
soups.
So it's a good show. You'll like it.
It is. But the board game, I'm going to read a little clip from their release. It says, a new board game includes miniatures of fan favorite characters from The Boys and lets players compete to defeat Homelander before it's too late. Although the board game titled The Boys, This Is Going to Hurt doesn't have an official release date as of yet, it recently reached its funding goal of $50,000 on Kickstarter. And in the game, players can take the role of CIA agents who must attempt to bring down the all-powerful soup Homelander before he kills us all. The game includes plastic miniatures of fan-favorite characters from The Boys, such as Billy the Butcher, Huey, Frenchie, Mother's Milk, Kamiko, and a large bust of Homelander himself, which sits in the center of the board and towers above the action. Players must use all the tools at their disposal, including blackmail and Compound V, to recruit soups to their cause and bring down Homelander.
I'd play it.
I would too.
Go ahead and get it for me for Christmas. That'd be great.
It's not out yet. It doesn't have a release date. So there's that. But it sounds pretty neat. I think that's kind of neat.
Yeah, I'm in.
Last little bit of news I have. The Animaniacs rebooted this week.
Can you sing the whole song?
And they came out.
Animaniacs. Marco's cute
Yeah.
and Yakko
yeah.
yaks.
Dot is
There's
cute
Zany to
and
the
Yakko is-
max. There's bologna
Bologna
in
in
our
our
snacks.
The Animani.
We're
We're totally insane.
We're
The
Animaniac. We missed a whole bunch.
Yeah,
of the
there's a
song, but
lot.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the new show yet.
I haven't watched any of it yet either, but we're very good friends with one of the stars, Rob Paulson.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen, he's on our YouTube channel, sang Yakko's
World
country
with
song.
us.
Yeah.
He did Pinky from Pinky and the Brain.
Right.
But instead of saying Narf, he said Snarf.
He did. And then
He's a buddy of ours.
he's like, I think he's my godfather now,
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
to be honest. We're very close.
Yeah.
Very, very close.
He's going to be on the show.
Yeah, we could probably pull him.
Yeah. For
I
sure.
don't know why he wouldn't.
When he's in Mizan. When he's on his way through.
Yeah. It's probably next week.
Cool.
Anyway, Animaniacs came on, reboot on Hulu, and it's only been out for like a week, and they already pulled an episode briefly and had to edit it and put it back out.
For what?
It was due to a Pinky in the Brain sketch that contained a number, like a phone number for a working sex line. And they didn't realize that it was for a working sex hotline. And apparently people started calling it and saying, this is what this is, and reported it. So they pulled the episode down, removed the phone number, and then put it back up.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think it's ridiculous that a TV show, especially in today's day, first off, the phone line, sex phone lines still exist.
What? I was going to ask,
what?
is that a thing?
Is apparently it's still a thing.
Of course.
For people without the internet?
I guess. I don't know. There must be some older men out there that just refuse to
Where
use
did you want
computers.
those jobs to go?
Yeah, I could do that.
Anybody could do it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
Pinky in the brain. Pinky wants my brain. You ever seen this Jammie Dodger?
Look at my Jammie Dodger.
I call it Little Jimmy. Little Jimmy Jammie Dodger. What?
I'm very uncomfortable now.
Well, it's what I could do. It's what I could do. But apparently those are...
say anything about Heinz beans. I don't know.
No, I won't. You want these beans? So, Animaniacs, ridiculous. Apparently, sex hotlines still exist. I thought it was a thing in TV shows, though, that you did the 555.
I always liked it when shows had real phone numbers, though, that they actually, like occasionally
incorporated in the show.
They
yeah,
incorporated in the show. There's been a couple, and I can't think of one off the top of my head, but where they've had a TV show.
Well, 8675309.
Is that a real number?
It was at the time of the song.
There's I think it was on Psych. They had like a phone number, and if you called it, like the phone number to the detective agency,
Yeah.
it would be like an answering service for the detective agency.
Really?
Yeah, there's been other shows that have done things like that, and I always think that's cool.
There's a, I have it on my phone, but there's a phone line for, it's called Call & Oates.
Oh, yeah, I know Call & Oates.
Yeah, and you can just call this line, and it's just playing
Plays Hall &
Hall &
Oates
Oates
music.
songs. Yeah, all the time. It's great.
Oh, that reminds me of this meme that always gets posted. Actually, one of our listeners always posted on our Facebook page. But it's the same video every day of the dude dancing to a different song. Have you seen this on Facebook?
No, never seen any of this.
So they got this video of this like old dude with a white beard and suspenders and shorts dancing.
Okay, yes, I've seen that guy.
And then every day they release that clip with a different song.
Really?
Dancing to that music. But about halfway through the clip, there's this old fat guy that like comes from off screen, like ridiculously dancing.
Oh, really?
And they always time it exactly to where like it's the crescendo of the song. And then that guy like busts in the side of the frame. I love it. I watch them every day and I'm great. And it'll be like
Is it
a different song every week or every day.
is it a certain person that does this, or it's like a page?
It's like a Facebook page.
It is.
It's called the same video of a guy dancing.
No, they didn't name it that.
I'll
They
find the name of it.
didn't name it that.
It's
Nobody would be able to search that.
It's called this. It's literally called the same video of a guy dancing to a different song every day. That's what it's called.
My gosh, what a page name! I don't know if I would have named it that. I would have just put it like bearded guy dancing, old guy dancing.
I can't get enough of this page. I love it every day. It makes me smile.
Really? Yeah. Of this old guy dancing
If
to a
you
different
want
song.
to get happy things,
Yeah.
okay.
If
it's
you want
called
to get down,
the same
with us.
video of the same guys dancing to a different song every day. It's a
Oh my
page
gosh.
on Facebook. It's got 186,000 likes. So look it up
It's
right
not very
now.
many.
It
not
really
very
isn't.
many.
I know some local celebrities that have more likes than that.
Yeah.
Not us, but
Like kind of like us though. Who are local celebrities that have more than that? I don't know anybody.
we're trying to work out a deal with them.
Oh,
returning our
well,
calls,
yeah.
So.
That didn't work out very well at all.
So, are you on Facebook right now? Look
I
up
am.
the same video of the same guys dancing and just put that in and then search it and you'll see.
But why do I want to do
Local
that? I know the guy.
celebrities.
This is the video.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this guy before. Yes,
Yeah, we've all
he's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, and he's just like kicking his legs around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
But I didn't
awesome.
know that there was another guy that bust into the scene.
Yeah, he's about to bust in right here.
I
And they always do it at the crescendo of the song.
Oh, well, that's not a big fat guy.
Yeah,
Just like a larger man.
Yeah.
Just a larger man than Popeye over there. It is like Popeye.
anyway.
But it has to be from a different country because people don't dance like that around here.
No, that's like an Irish
that's
jig or something.
definitely
Yeah.
in the United States.
No, it isn't.
That's in the United States?
No, it's definitely either Netherlands,
Yeah.
Scotland,
Oh, and
or
by the
Irish.
way, we got in a whole Netherlands, Denmark controversy today because I happened to, one of us happened to say that Dutch people were from Denmark.
And here's our segment of why David Seatentop is terrible.
Yeah.
Is that
No, that's
or
not
why
it.
is he wrong?
He wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong. We were wrong. But this is also why he's terrible. It's like, what? Why do you need to comment on that?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Because Dutch
Are you
people
like
are
a-
from Holland? Or,
The Netherlands.
Netherlands.
oh, the Netherlands.
Is Holland in the
I
Netherlands?
don't even know where Holland is.
I
Is
don't
that a
know the
place?
geographic
Or is
map
that the
of it.
Netherlands?
Yeah, that's where Dutch people are from.
They're from
Holland.
the Netherlands. Wait,
Well, Holland is in the Netherlands.
yeah, she's right because we
so
went
dumb.
to Holland, Michigan, and they
Yeah.
have a Dutch village.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. Holland, Michigan is like a
Yes.
Dutch village, and they sell
Dutch people
wooden
live
shoes.
in Holland, and Holland is in the Netherlands. My boss used to be Dutch, and he was from Holland.
He
He's
used to
not
be?
Dutch anymore. He's not.
Well, my used to be boss.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
You know.
Holland is located in
His
the
name
west
was
of the
Bart
Netherlands, a
Tholomew.
maritime region. Holland lies on the North Sea, on the mouths of the Rhine and the Maas.
Heineken.
Well, the Rhine.
The Rhine
Heineken's
River.
German, right?
Yeah, definitely.
No, Heineken is
German.
German.
It's German.
It's German.
Diesel.
Get out
Well,
of
he
here.
drank Heineken.
Bitte
My
umsteigen.
boss,
Nine.
the Holland
Please,
Dutch dude.
Nine.
here.
Juden.
I used to hear that every day. I'd be like sitting
I
on the
would
train and be like,
participate with
please,
my
Azul,
accents.
ended here.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
you
"What
were
is
in
that?"
Germany for a
It
long
means,
time.
Please change trains. The route is ending.
They scream it at you.
Bitte umsteigen.
They
Please
just-
change trains. That was please change trains.
Bitte uns.
Bitte umsteigen.
Wow.
Chris called me when he was in Germany, and
From a
it was
payphone.
yeah, it was
Payphones
like
were a
the
thing.
soccer World Cup or something.
It was a World
And
Cup when you
It
were
was
there?
the World Cup. Yeah.
The conversation ended very rapidly,
Yeah, it was.
and then the next time I heard from him, I think you
Was last August.
pulled the payphone out.
I forgot about that.
So you pulled the phone off of a payphone, like the actual handset part.
Not on purpose.
Unless anybody from Germany is asking.
I mean, that takes a lot of force.
Strength.
But it was
Yeah,
the
extreme-
soccer World
it was a-
Cup, so he was excited.
Mo- was
Mostly
an
strength of
extreme-
character.
Extreme feat of strength. And you just yanked the handset off of a payphone.
Yeah.
So-
Greece won.
So, did you look up if Heineken's actually from Germany? Because
Well, I know it's from.
Oh no, we
I
know.
know
That's a fact.
Okay, well, he drank Heineken. My
Yeah.
old Dutch Holland.
No, I wasn't drinking Heineken. I was drinking Beck's.
No, her boss.
Oh.
But that's how I know
Heineken
that Dutch
is not
Holland
German.
and Holland is Dutch.
It's not.
So we'll add this to the we were wrong category.
Oh gosh, we're
Heineken
so
was
wrong.
founded in 1864 by Gerard Adrian Heineken, who purchased and renamed Amsterdam's
Netherlands.
Can't do that.
No.
Oh, sorry.
De Hooberg Brewery in operation since 1592. He
So
moved
it's-
in South Holland.
Exactly. I'm always
Wow.
right. I'm always
I don't
right.
understand how you do this.
I didn't know it.
I didn't know that either. So Heineken is a Dutch beer.
I think Heineken is the worst
Netherlands.
beer I've ever had. I hate it.
I
It's
don't
not
like it
good.
either. I also hate Rolling Rock.
Well,
Disgusting.
yeah, but Rolling Rock is complete trash beer.
I know, but like,
I don't think it's that bad.
That
Like,
was a
a
thing.
guest- a
That
guest
was
of
a
ours
thing
drinks
when
that all the
Heineken
time.
was a thing.
Quite a bit.
Who?
Who?
Tim,
Kilmer?
There's something wrong with
McDonald.
him as a human
Oh.
being.
he loves Rolling
That
Rock.
is like
I don't think it's bad.
on the shelf next to Mickey's. I mean, it's garbage. It's garbage beer.
Oh, I don't know anything
Rolling
about it.
Rock was really popular though, because Heineken and Rolling Rock were really popular at the same
Direct
time.
competitors,
I was
huh?
So when we were in high school, they were
early
really popular.
college.
Is Rolling Rock? It's got to be a U.S. beer if it's garbage like that. Because only
like
the U.S. would make like a garbage beer to compete with a garbage beer from a different country. I just don't understand why you can't make
Colorado?
a good beer.
Latrobe Brewing Company.
Oh, it's Canadian.
Founded in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania Dutch. Direct competitor.
It's now
Of Holland.
owned by Anheuser-Busch.
Of course they are.
Busch.
Anheuser-Busch is owning everything, which is a German company now.
Mid-2006.
Isn't that weird?
They're not German.
Yes.
It's owned by InBev. Aren't they South African?
No, I thought a German company bought them.
No.
Maybe you're right. I just thought it was German. I'm basing this off of nothing other than my thoughts.
Anheuser-Busch InBev is based in Belgium.
Oh, Belgium.
Close enough.
That's like Germany.
And they also
it's
own
like the same
Heineken,
thing.
I believe. So there you go.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. They own everything.
Stupid. It's so dumb. We're just all played. All these big corporations just
It's
play
the
us.
Dutch.
The Dutch are taking over, and we don't even know it.
The Dutch are awesome. They're awesome.
I think they have
I
free
will tell you what,
healthcare.
I'd be
Holland,
totally fine with
Michigan
that.
is a great place. And South Holland is also a great place.
Holland, Michigan has heated sidewalks. All of their sidewalks in the downtown are heated, so they don't ever have snow
I
on them.
didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been there a lot.
Yeah, it's great. I bought a bunch of olive oil in Holland, Michigan. They have an olive oil shop. You can taste it. And
Makes perfect
balsamics.
Yeah.
Olive oil and balsamic vinegars. They have a whole shop. It's so good. It's called Fustini's. It's very good.
We
Can
went to
order online.
the market, the
Yep.
farmer's market there.
Yep.
It's great.
Yes.
My plums.
And Michigan,
Gonna take
that
'em to the
whole
farmer's
coast is
market.
freaking awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's the
Great
best
place to
beaches in
go.
the U.S.
It's amazing.
I can feel it in my plums.
And it's so close to you guys. You should go.
Yeah, it's only
there.
like 4 hours, right?
Not even.
Not.
yeah.
It depends where you go. It can be 2 hours.
Well,
Depends which one.
Holland doesn't move.
No, but
Like,
I
if you're
mean,
going
like,
to
which
Holland,
be-
Michigan, it would be
which
one exact amount
shoreline
of time.
of Lake Michigan you go to. 'Cause
Oh,
you
well,
go
right.
further south and it's still nice.
That's true, but it's no Holland. You know, it's
No, they're all the same.
I don't know. I don't travel much up that way. You know, it's just a place I don't go.
You should.
I should probably
I
go
got
up there.
one news story.
All right, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
Jay and Silent Bob's
Strike
secret
back.
stash
Yeah.
will close its doors
No way.
to move to a new location
Where are they going?
right down the street into a brand new
Oh,
double-sized building.
that's good.
It's
I was
amazing
really
to me
hoping
because they constantly talk about closing permanently.
I was really hoping they wouldn't. Yeah.
On Friday, he revealed they would close its doors after 21 years. However, instead of going out of business, they're actually moving to a larger space just down the block.
Is it it's a bigger space?
Bigger space. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's
What do you
going
think
to
about
a
that,
bigger space.
Mandy? What do you think about Jay and Silent Bob's secret stash?
I don't know anything about Jay and Silent Bob's secret stash.
It's a comic
but-
book store owned by Kevin Smith.
Okay, I do love Jay and Silent Bob. I grew up with Mallrats.
I never knew this about you.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Did you know that I'm like obsessed with Kevin Smith
And
in every part of my life?
I knew that. Yeah.
In every
Oh
facet
my gosh,
of my life.
yes. That was a big part of my high school life. Jay
Mallrats,
and Silent Bob.
specifically?
Mallrats.
What else? Like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. You remember that movie?
Yeah, I remember that.
What about Chasing Amy? That's my favorite movie
Chasing
of all time.
Amy is the worst movie ever.
What?
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
it's not.
No.
Have you ever seen
not kidding you.
Have you ever seen Geely? Or
Not Julie.
well, it's like it came out at the exact
Yeah,
same
but
time.
it's not. That's a different movie.
I know.
Jersey
Girl. Yeah.
Does that have Ben Affleck in it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
And,
I've seen that.
And Aerosmith's daughter.
Yes. What's her name?
Liv Tyler.
Liv
Liv
Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah.
What about Dogma? You ever seen Dogma?
Yeah, I know you like that one too.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that's
He likes
a no.
all of
That's
them.
a no from me.
So you don't really like him that much. You only like
yeah, I
Mallrats.
like Mallrats.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, at least we got one.
And Jay and Silent Bob from Mallrats.
They're making.
Do you know they're making a new Mallrats?
Mallrats?
No,
too?
that
Yes.
would be Mallrats. That was that was my later high school days.
Yeah.
When did that come out?
96 or 7.
Yeah, because my brother
96, I
graduated.
think.
My brother was huge into Mallrats because he was, I don't know, like the characters, basically. He just acted
Brody.
like them. He was like Brody, yeah, in high school. Hacky sacked, smoked a lot of weed, did
A
a
lot of
lot
people
of that
were
stuff.
like that. That's
It was
how
the 90s,
Yeah.
man.
I know.
Grunge.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Do
He
you
lived it.
Do you remember now? Because you're a couple years older than me. Did you go to school with Jerry's brother?
You had to have.
No.
Well, he graduated in 97. So when did you start high school?
Well, I graduated in the year 2000.
So you did then.
In the year
So
2000.
So your freshman year would have been his senior year.
Okay. No, I don't remember him.
Yeah.
But
most people wouldn't.
It
He was.
was my freshman year. I wasn't allowed to do anything. So.
Right. Did you know I had an older brother?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh, all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
John. He's in the Ukraine right now.
No.
Just recovered from COVID. Didn't do anything to him. But they literally just locked him in a room for 14 days where he did nothing in one room. He said it was the worst experience of his life because he was just locked in a room all by himself.
I know that.
Just
because
separated from everybody.
Did he have a
You-
PlayStation?
His Xbox. He did have an Xbox.
That's not
You
terrible.
forget, but your dad and Greg worked together for a long time.
I don't forget. I worked with him too.
When I was dating Greg, they worked at Northern Partners. So,
And
I
Access
saw
Ag.
your parents at, well, I didn't know Greg when he worked at Access Ag. But
You didn't?
No.
Oh.
No,
That's
I was
my
in
first
Chicago then.
experience. Me and
But-
Greg used to do seed inventory for my dad all the time. He'd just be like, go away. Count seed. We'd just go up to a shed and count seed. That's what we'd do. And then I'd give it to Greg, and he had to give it to my dad.
Then he'd flip us off on comment threads.
Yeah, for no reason at
Give us
all.
dirty looks.
We said nothing wrong about my dad tonight, and he flips us off and gives us a mean face.
All right. Hey, listen, we got no more news. What kind of time? Where are we at time-wise?
We are at an hour and 13 minutes.
We got to do what we're watching, but first, I thought we could talk a little bit about Thanksgiving. It was just Thanksgiving.
It was Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Did you guys have a good one?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. I had 2 Thanksgiving dinners.
Did you?
One on
We only had one.
Thanksgiving and one the day after.
We didn't do anything this year. My grandparents didn't want to meet up. We didn't do Drinksgiving at Seed and Tops like we normally do.
That was a bummer.
It was a big bummer. But I cooked a regular Thanksgiving dinner at home.
You
it was
did?
fun. Oh, yeah. I cook all the time.
Turkey?
Constantly. A turkey breast. It's a 10-pound
Okay.
turkey breast. I didn't do the whole
Oh,
turkey
a
just because
10-pound turkey breast.
And then
Breast
I turned.
is the worst part of the turkey, so that was lame.
No,
I like the dark one.
I brown.
I
I
cook
brined
turkey
it.
breasts all the time.
Yeah, it was good.
Not real cook it. I just put them in the crock pot.
Oh, that's silly.
I know, but just for daily life.
I get it.
I
Believe me, Seed and Top's gonna have a problem with that, but I
Listen.
don't have a problem with it.
I'll bring this up later, but I'll mention so you don't forget. You know how he was shitting on Instapots?
Yeah,
They use them all the time in professional cooking competitions.
I know. Any pressure cooker, they use pressure cookers all the
same
time.
thing.
That's what it is, and that's why I said how can you hate on a pressure cooker?
So on Thanksgiving, I went over to Alex's. You know Alex from the show,
I do.
from Snarf Talk. Mm-hmm. And he smoked a turkey.
Ooh,
And
that
then he
seems
made
good.
gravy out of the smoked drippings.
Uh-huh.
It was like a smoky gravy.
Oh yeah,
It was really good.
blew your socks off, huh?
Yeah, it was really good.
Jammied your Dodger.
Yeah, I jammed those Dodgers.
Oh, that sounds good.
It was good.
That's the big thing now. Everybody's got a Traeger or some sort of smoker, and they're.
The You Betcha guy had a
Throwing-
great video on Traeger grills recently.
Did he?
I loved it.
I haven't seen it.
It's basically just a dude bragging to everybody that'll listen about his Traeger grill.
Right, which is everyone that has a Traeger grill.
yes.
He doesn't have a
Literally
Traeger.
everyone.
He's got one of the stand-up electric ones, I think.
Oh yeah, I had one of those for a long time. It was they use these little round pucks of wood.
Yeah.
And it would feed itself. It was a Bradley smoker. It was awesome. Worked really well. It's kind of like cheating the system. You're not really getting wood pellets in there or
It's way
chunks
better.
of wood. It was awesome. It made really good food, but the bottom rusted out of it because I left it outside for too long.
Yeah.
And I need to get a new one. I hate the fact that I don't have one right now because I used it all the time.
So before we talk about the best Thanksgiving movies, let's talk about our top
I need my phone.
5 Thanksgiving foods.
Oh, I've talked about this.
All right.
I work at an assisted living, and this is what I've been talking about for the last 2 weeks with my patients.
Yeah.
Because I do brain teasers with them, like name your top 10s.
Right.
You know, just like
You
when
can
we're-
copy off Snarf Talk and say,
when
look
we're
at this top
taking
10.
breaks from our exercises, because it's fun.
You could talk
So
about
I've been
Predator.
doing top 10 Thanksgiving foods.
So
Yeah.
we'll do top 5.
Yeah, we'll do top 5 real quick.
Because I don't even... We could do top 10 if we go real fast.
I mean, I'd have to look some
I
foods
need a
up.
pen and a paper for doing top 10.
Yeah, we'll do top 5. So just pick out your 5 best in no particular order.
No particular order. All right.
No particular order?
Okay, fine. In your top 5 order.
Yeah. Top 5 order.
All right. I mean, you always start, so.
Okay. So, I mean, without too much thought, we didn't pre-plan this, but I would say number 5 on my list would be probably be the stuffing. Be the stuffing.
Okay.
I like a good stuffing.
I do love stuffing as well, but
Cooked in the bird.
it needs to be a certain style of stuffing. Like stovetop stuffing is good.
No.
That's fine.
Like
Real-
but like
homemade
real
stuffing.
homemade stuffing
Yeah.
is
Inside the bird. Cooked inside
Mom
the bird.
makes homemade
Yeah.
stuffing. Yeah.
that's the way to go. I don't know if I'd put that as my number 5.
Worse or better?
Better.
Okay. Well, then you get to do your own list. That's the beauty of the list.
That is.
All right.
That is. You're right.
Mandy, you're number 5.
Turkey. The turkey.
Yeah.
That's my number 5.
You know what? I agree. I would say turkey is my number 5 as well. Like turkey's good. I do like dark meat a hell of a lot better than white meat. I didn't have that this Thanksgiving, but it worked out just fine. But yeah, it would have to be number 5 for me. Yeah.
Low on your
Turkey.
list.
Yeah.
My number 4 would be turkey as well. I mean, I like turkey.
So do
But
I.
I'm a
Everybody
side
does.
dish guy.
Side dish is where it's at, bro. Give me those sides. Give me that side dish.
I like the dark meat only. I don't really like white meat of any kind of poultry.
Really? I think it's good if you cook it correctly.
Yeah.
Greasy dark meat.
Oh
I
yeah.
like both. I like a combo.
I'll smear that dark meat on my face. All that grease, all that meat on my face,
Smear it all over my face
on my lips.
like a Jammie.
Give me that. You're number 4, Mandy.
Number 4, Mandy. Mandu.
Man, do dumpling.
My number 4 is the gravy. Gravy.
That. Okay.
Is that not?
That's an
count?
element.
It's your list. You can do whatever you want.
Gravy.
I agree. I think that's
Gravy.
fine.
Okay. Your number. What kind of gravy do you like? Have you ever had smoked turkey gravy?
Well, I prefer white gravy. White gravy is my favorite gravy.
It is like a chicken gravy.
It's gravy that you pour milk in instead of like adding chicken broth in or something. But our Thanksgiving gravy.
What about good brown gravy?
Our Thanksgiving gravy is brown gravy.
Good brown
But
gravy. Brown
by
gravy.
far white gravy is by far, because going back to favorite breakfast food.
Listen.
It's-
Number
Nobody
one-
serves white gravy for Thanksgiving.
No,
Some
I,
people
I
do.
agree.
Some people
That's-
give you an option.
I
Somebody
agree.
gives you biscuit
No.
gravy for Thanksgiving
No.
dinner?
No. There's
yeah,
different.
no.
There's like chicken gravy that is
Yeah.
a whiter consistency. It's not as dark.
Okay, fine.
No, but I'm talking like white gravy, like biscuits.
You're
and
talking
gravy,
like
white
country gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
which is 100% superior to brown gravy.
I mean,
but
for
it's
breakfast.
not what you get at Thanksgiving. You get brown gravy at Thanksgiving.
Tried to get me in
I
the
mean-
Army. Tried to get me in the Navy.
But going
Yeah.
back to
All to
favorite
get the
breakfast
secret of my good
foods,
brown gravy, Jerry.
biscuits and gravy is by far
Hey,
number
listen.
one.
Guess what? We're not doing breakfast foods.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
So
a
stop
shame.
trying to co-opt
That's a
this
shame.
You want some
podcast.
vinegar beans,
That's a shame because I'm the breakfast food
Queen?
connoisseur.
Okay. Number 4.
My number 4 would be green bean casserole.
Okay.
I love green bean casserole. It specifically Kathy Lowry's green bean casserole myself, but I love it. You put those little crunchy onions on top.
Yeah.
I love green beans. I don't know what it is
Is
about
there a
green
difference
beans.
between person A and person B's green bean? They're all the same.
They're not all the same.
It's-
They are not the same.
It's all the same.
No, they're different. Consistencies can be different. Flavors are
The
different.
type, because some people use like the French style green beans, like the shaved ones.
Right?
Well, that's what you're supposed to use.
And some people
Not
use
necessarily.
regular. And some people use
See,
People are
fresh
wrong.
frozen.
no, I prefer the cut green beans.
Yeah, French style is
Like I
where
like
it's
French
at.
style just to eat. I'll eat it, but I prefer the cut green beans, like where they're
Oh,
whole.
oh, you like whole?
I
Yeah,
do.
The whole.
I think it's better. It's my number 3.
I like
Is that 3?
Three.
I like
That's
all
number
green
4.
bean.
Oh yeah, that was.
My number 3 is green bean casserole. I like it the correct way, and that's what French cut green beans,
It's fine.
cream of mushroom soup,
I'll eat the crap out of that.
French's onions. Mm-hmm. That's it, basically. That's all there is in it.
That's all it is, man.
Don't put almonds in it. Don't do that.
Oh,
Don't
No,
do that
that's
to
green
me.
bean
Do
almondine.
people do that?
And that's
It's wrong. It's wrong.
that's green bean almondine is like every wedding green bean ever.
Yeah, it's
Really?
terrible.
I did not know that was a
No,
thing.
yeah.
I don't
green
even
bean
remember that.
No, it is. You know
Every
it's
wedding
a
you go
thing.
to, there's almonds in the green beans. Come
Green
on.
bean almondine.
I didn't know. I've never seen it. I don't think I've
No,
ever
you're
seen
wrong. You've seen it every wedding you've been at. You've had
I'm
green
pretty
bean
sure at
almondine.
your brother-in-law's wedding, they had green beans with almonds.
Yeah.
it. Really?
It's yeah.
I don't remember.
You have.
I don't know. I like almonds.
What happens when you're drunk?
That's true. Oh boy, is that the truth.
My number 3 is also green bean casserole.
Okay.
Oh man.
It's good.
My number 3 is going to be stuffing.
Stuffing.
Stuffing is a number 3 tier for me because it's better than green bean casserole. It's better than the turkey, but it's not quite up to, the other areas.
Yeah.
Number 1.
My number 2 would be mashed potatoes and gravy.
That's my number 2. That's my number 2.
And I'm open to all different forms of mashed potatoes. I mean, I like a
I
garlic
agree.
mashed. I'd like the ones
No.
Mom had yesterday, which I've never really had before. They're really creamy.
They're just yellow skin potatoes with the skins on.
Yeah,
like
but they're
red skin,
really, really
but yellow
creamy.
skin.
They're extra creamy.
Yeah.
because
So
she puts
you have
butter and
starchy
milk in it.
potatoes and you have waxy potatoes.
Yeah.
Some people like a starchy potato, like an Idaho potato
Yeah,
to make.
right.
But waxy potatoes make like a really creamy, like
That's what I like.
Yes, like the
Thicker-
red and yellow potatoes.
yeah.
Instead of like a
Yukon Gold.
russet.
Give me some Yukon Gold.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
But
I'll take that. And I
I
like
gotta disagree. I don't like it when you get really garlicky mashed potatoes. I don't like that.
Well, I mean, I knew you weren't born in America. I just wasn't sure where you were born. Maybe
Yeah.
the Netherlands.
Apparently,
Probably
communism
Mexico.
is a big thing in our
Americans
life.
love garlic. We hate vampires.
I love garlic too, but
Oh yeah,
I
vampires
just,
are the
I
worst.
prefer like just a plain mashed potato gravy.
Is that your number 2 as well?
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
I flip
My number 2 is ham. I love ham. Every ounce of ham. I love uncured ham. I love cured ham. I love smoked ham. I loved any
My
type
kids
of
would
ham.
agree with you.
If
In the
ham showed
world.
up at a Thanksgiving I was at,
If you
I'd kick it straight out the door.
how do you not like ham?
I hate ham.
Really?
I like
Is this
to
just
eat-
a Hartford thing?
I
Like
like
it's just
to-
like you were indoctrinated to hate ham growing up your
Probably.
entire life.
I like to eat
we
like
don't eat
one
this.
piece of ham. I like
You're
to buy those
ridiculous.
ham steaks.
I love ham salad.
He does love
Doesn't
ham
make
salad.
sense. Doesn't make sense. Oh, I love ham salad, but I won't have a nice salty.
I
briny
like
piece
one
of ham.
piece of ham, but if ham was my main holiday meal food, I would be disappointed.
I don't prefer like the cured sweet ham that you always get, like a spiral cut ham. Like that's
I
a joke.
love spiral cut ham.
It's fine, but if you get a nice bone-in ham, like the uncured ham, I love it.
I love like one piece.
Ham steaks. You give me a ham steak,
I'll love ham steaks.
I'll kill it.
I love ham steaks.
I'm neither here nor there on
Nerd.
ham. I don't dislike ham. It's just
I
not
love
a
ham
Thanksgiving
steaks
food
because you
for
can
me.
get one
It is.
steak and you can divide it
Oh, well,
between your
it's my
family
list,
and be
so-
done with it, and there's no leftovers.
Make
You
it
don't
for
have to eat
Christmas.
ham
Get
for
that
like
out
a
of my
month.
Thanksgiving.
Love it.
My number 1, Jiffy corn casserole, all
Fine.
day long.
100% absolutely. That's my number one.
Is that your number
also.
1 as well?
Yeah.
That's what I make every year. I didn't make it this year. though,
If there
for
was
Mom's,
not
but-
Jiffy corn, are you
I like it.
not going to say that your number one is Jiffy corn?
Not in the slightest. Nope.
Erica says
Didn't even-
ham is for Christmas and Easter, and I agree 100%.
That's fine. That's
I
my
agree
list.
that it's for Easter.
Yeah, well, yeah, Easter ham.
Christmas is for lasagna. And I know nobody in my family agrees with that, but I think it is. So.
Yeah, I mean, I like a good, beef tenderloin.
Oh, beef tenderloin,
slow-cooked.
yeah.
That'd be
But who
really
could
good.
afford that?
I
That's
can't.
expensive.
I can
I
afford
could
it.
probably buy that.
How can I get to be like you guys?
Can I give you my number one now? Jiffy corn casserole. Yeah. Well, any type of potato. I don't care what kind of potato it is.
Didn't you already say mashed potatoes?
What
No,
other
you
kind of
said
potatoes
mashed.
do people have for Thanksgiving?
Cheesy
Scallop?
potatoes.
You like
Oh,
scallop potato?
cheesy.
Cheesy?
No,
I forgot.
cheesy
Party
potatoes.
potatoes,
Yeah.
yum.
There's like a bajillion
That's
different types
also
of
an
potatoes.
Easter
Right.
food to
I'm
me.
wrong.
So any type of potato that you put in front of me is going to be my number one. It's always going to be that way.
I mean-
a regular mashed, I'm going to put butter and salt on that thing and just suck it down like a Hoover vacuum.
I just thought
Like
of
the
a negative
Auric XL
one.
that
I
holds
thought
a-
of a negative one.
Holds a bowling ball above your head. I'm going to suck up those taters like that. I love mashed potatoes. I love cheesy
love 'em so
potatoes. I
much,
love
too.
garlic potatoes. I love French fried potatoes. I love chips. Like a chipped
I
potato.
totally
I don't care.
love your enthusiasm of potatoes, and I 100% agree with you.
But you
And-
already
You
agreed
already
that
said corn casserole.
corn casserole is
Oh
your
yeah,
number
well,
one, so.
corn casserole, yeah.
It's on a whole different level.
Because
Any type of potato.
potatoes, any type of potatoes you eat all year long. Corn casserole, I feel like is something you only get on
That's true.
Thanksgiving.
That's true.
Yeah.
I would agree
You
with
only
you.
get that on Thanksgiving.
Specialty food.
The fun part
And I
about
just
my
thought-
mashed potatoes and other potato things is that I do get to eat them all year long. And
Yeah.
I just shove my face full of
Oh,
this starchy goodness.
Potatoes, so good. And that's what made me think of my also other favorite thing is our Aunt Susie always brings
Susie Q?
bread from Whole Foods, like real fresh bake. She brought
uppity
like
bread.
sourdough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so uppity. She brought sourdough bread. She brought like roasted garlic bread, cranberry orange bread. Oh,
I do love bread.
I was
real bread
considering
with
putting bread on my
real
list.
butter on it.
never really even
And
thought
the
about it,
roll-
but I should
the
have put
roll. I
rolls.
forgot about the rolls. That
I would get
yes.
rid of green bean casserole
I'd-
and substitute any type
I
of
would
bread.
too. I agree with you.
You have to
I
be
screwed
really
that up.
careful when you talk not to redline all of our equipment.
Am I doing that right
Yes.
now? What's that mean?
I can turn I can turn
Am
you
I
down
talking
in
too
post,
loud?
but I can on the
Yes.
live.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
got too
You don't have to
loud.
talk loud into the microphone.
As long as you're close enough.
See, like
That's
at
all that
first you're
matters.
like, be closer, and now you're like, be quiet.
Well, loudness and closeness are different.
Right.
That's
Oh.
all. That's fine.
Well, I got really excited about this.
About food, yeah.
So
did I.
I did have a list here from Ranker of the best Thanksgiving movies.
Rancor.
First of all, I don't even.
Rancor. Isn't that what tried
Yeah.
to eat Luke
Sleepless
Skywalker?
in Seattle? Isn't that a Thanksgiving movie?
I don't know. Is
It
it?
is. It totally is.
Well, let's find out if it's on the list.
It was. On one of the lists that we looked at
Okay.
a couple weeks ago, there Sleepless in Seattle was on there, I think.
What are you doing? Where are you going? Right here. Oh.
I'm going to do the top 10. This is a top 20, but I'll just run through them real quick. Number 20 is Pieces of April. It's a movie with Katie Holmes.
Nobody knows that.
Nobody knows it. We're not going to talk about it.
Katie Holmes really, she really dropped off the celebrity circuit when
and
she got rid of Tom Cruise.
And speaking of Katie Holmes, me and Jerry are announcing a new comic book project. It's called Assassin's Creek.
Yes, I forgot. You came up with this.
Yeah, and it's basically Dawson's Creek, but with assassins.
Yeah, like Assassin's Creed.
Like teenager assassins that are in vis-a-vis Dawson's Creek
Yes.
scenario.
And they're living the same assassin lives.
Yeah.
And they have all the
But they have all the
turmoil,
interpersonal drama.
Yeah, the drama of a teenager going through assassin school.
Yeah, it's Assassin's Creek, and it's coming soon.
Copyright Snarf Talk.
Yeah, for real.
today. Nobody steal that, and we've copyrighted it. It's recorded.
Number 19, Alice's Restaurant. Nobody cares. Number 18, The New World with Christian Bale and Colin Farrell, 2005. It's
It sounds like something I would watch.
written and directed by Terrence
Yeah.
Malick, who's a good filmmaker.
Rami Malek.
Depicting the founding of Jamestown, Virginia settlement. So it's like a Pocahontas story.
Oh,
It's
I would
like-
watch that.
I would watch that too. And Mandy, we know would watch it because she loves Native
Anything
Americans.
I do.
Native American. Yeah.
Number 17 is The Ice Storm, also with Katie Holmes, but nobody cares.
Interesting.
But directed by Ang Lee. Number 16,
Ang Lee?
Four Brothers. Mark Wahlberg.
Four Brothers. Is that that's a
That-
Thanksgiving movie?
I guess. I don't
That's
Apparently.
a creepy movie, right?
No, it's where it's like with Mark Wahlberg and
Yes.
Tyrese.
Yes.
Gibbs.
Yeah, Gibson.
I just
No, just
watched
Gibbs.
It's
Christmas
Gibson.
Chronicles
Looking
2.
at it.
I'm pretty sure that was Tyrese.
Number 15, Freebirds. That has Amy Poehler and Owen Wilson. That was the one that was directed or worked on by Scott Mosier. That was like his first,
Really?
before he did The Grinch.
Yeah.
He didn't direct it, but he was very heavily involved. He produced it, I think. Number 14, Miracle on 34th Street.
That's
Christmas
definitely a
movie.
Christmas movie.
I don't know. Number 13, Hannah and Her Sisters. Don't care. Number 12, The Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, no. Number 11, Hooah! Scent of a Woman.
The Scent of a Woman.
Al Pacino. I don't know what that has to do with Thanksgiving, though. Number 10, we'll do the top 10 here. Dutch. Speaking of the
Dutch,
the people
yeah.
from Denmark.
Right, of course, the Denmarkians.
A 1991 American comedy drama film written by John Hughes, starring Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill in Dutch. I've heard of it before, but I never saw it.
Number 9, Son-in-Law, starring
Okay,
Brendan
so
Fraser,
now
Pauly Shore,
this is
Tiffany
a movie I've
Amber
seen
Thiessen.
about 1,000 times.
Me too.
My
It's
mom,
so
my mom
good.
absolutely loves this movie, and we used to watch it all the time. And to be honest, I do remember it being on around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they have a Thanksgiving dinner, right? That's what
Yes.
it's about. They go home.
They go home for
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving,
Oh, yeah.
you just don't see very many movies like that for some reason. But it's a great movie. Love
That's
it.
a good movie.
The Weasel.
What happened to him?
Oh, he's
Where's
still
Pauly
alive and kicking.
Shore?
He's doing well.
Is he?
He
He's
is.
alive.
Yeah, he was on Joe Rogan not that long ago.
Yep.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's still doing things. I think he still does stand up.
I think he made a lot of money in the 90s.
Yeah.
Must have.
As long as
Good,
he
good.
had a good
That's
financial
to hear.
advisor, he would be set.
Yeah.
Number 8, Home for the Holidays, Robert Downey Jr., directed by Jodie Foster.
Oh wow, that's
1995.
That's probably not good.
Number 7, Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon?
or ask the
Grinning bobcat, why he grins. Pocahontas.
Pocahontas. John Smith.
Never seen it.
No, I've
seen bits
and
and
pieces,
but I've
yeah.
never seen it all the way through.
Oh, are you being serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a joke.
Nope, I don't. We never had that one when we were kids.
Oh yeah, we've watched it a lot.
sweet.
Well, I never watched it, so I don't know.
Oh, I watched it a lot. It's fine.
Number 6 is The Blind Side. Sandra Bullock.
The Sandra Bullock movie. That's based on a true story about a
I mean,
blind
it
man.
takes place over the course of a year. So, yes, they have
Yeah, I
Thanksgiving
know,
in
but
it.
that's the problem with Thanksgiving movies is that there aren't any Thanksgiving movies, and you have to just say, well, it encompasses that time frame. So-
Number 5, Addams Family Values.
okay.
Apparently, it takes place during Thanksgiving. I see a picture of Christina Ricci dressed up as Pocahontas, so it must.
Huh.
Number 4, Grumpy Old Men.
I thought that was a
Christmas
Christmas
movie.
movie.
I thought it was a Christmas movie too. Must not be.
I love Grumpy Old Men.
I do. It's so good.
Because remember when we had our top 10 Christmas movies or top 5
It was
Christmas
on that
movies?
list.
And I came back later and said I regret not putting Grumpy Old Men in my top 5 or 10 or whatever it was because it's absolutely a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Number 3 is one of Marley's favorite movies, Beethoven.
Oh, that's
Beethoven.
Lily's. Our neighbor Penny had a Saint Bernard Vernon. He died like a few months ago.
Oh,
So sad.
poor Penny or what
Yeah.
was the dog's
Vernon.
name? Vernon.
Vernon
Poor
was
Vernon.
the dog's name. Penny was the neighbor.
Okay.
Anyways, she loves Beethoven. My kids love all. They have all the Beethoven movies.
Yeah,
and we
Marley
got 'em for 'em.
also loves them.
They're so.
I
good.
remember
they
seeing
really
them
are good. They're
as
so
in
good.
my childhood, but
I don't remember specifically, but we watched them quite a bit.
Yeah.
I just remember
They're so good.
it's just really based on a
I
dog
remember
running
renting them
through.
from the Amazon Market a lot.
Yes.
Any movie
yes.
from the 80s or 90s that you watch, when I watch them, I just have a smile on my face.
Yeah.
Because it's
a different feeling.
It's just such a good feeling. Like the way the house is decorated, with the way the parents act, the way the parents are, the way the kids are. It's just like, it's so refreshing. It's so fun to watch.
Yeah, the amount of hard drugs used.
Yeah.
Just
Wow.
loved watching them.
The murder, the
A lot
intrigue.
of cocaine.
No.
Just flowing,
When you watch
especially in
them, you just
Beethoven.
watch them
Colombian
movies like
drug lords.
The little
Ferris Bueller or the
Oh,
Beethoven
yeah, he wasn't a drug user.
movies or
Bow wow.
whatever. Anyways, it
Number
just
two.
it puts a smile on my face.
Number 2.
I agree.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Such a good movie.
I love it. Filmed in Braidwood in some parts.
That's the
David
Shirley
Seedentop's
movie, right? Don't call me
cattle
Shirley.
trailer was supposed to be
No, that's Airplane.
Oh yeah, that's right.
David Seedentop's hog trailer was supposed to be in the film.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember the story. He might tell us in the comments or later on.
He was
but
supposed
yeah,
to be on tonight, but he
at some
chickened
point
out.
they were supposed to have their trailer in the filming of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Their number 1 pick is possibly one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. I don't like
I
any
don't understand.
Charlie Brown movie.
Nope, neither do I.
That was super controversial this year because they didn't play it.
They didn't play it, yeah.
I
But
I
they
just don't
ended up
understand.
playing it, right?
Yeah, I thought they played it, but they didn't have the Macy's parade, right?
No, they had
They
the
had
parade.
that parade.
Oh, they did?
They didn't play a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. I think they're going to do the Christmas and something else. But they didn't, like,
just
whatever
dumb.
ABC
Probably
or
'cause
NBC,
nobody
whoever,
watches it.
nobody plays it.
Yeah, because
Or
nobody
whoever plays
cares
it.
about it anymore.
I do.
Like
I care
our
about it.
parents' age.
You watched it? You sit down and watch that.
Our parents' age.
Well, I don't, like, sit down and watch stuff like that.
Correct.
Okay, right. No, but neither do I.
But
I don't
if
watch any
I
of that.
did and it was on, that's what I would pick to watch for sure.
I wouldn't.
No.
It's not
Oh
good.
no! If that was on, if I sat down and watched something
I can
and
appreciate.
that was on, and I flipped through and that was on,
Have you ever seen it in your life?
yes.
The Thanksgiving one.
Oh, my kids have seen it like every year, except for this year.
It's been on in my house, but I don't know if I've ever really watched it.
I mean, I've watched the
It just
Halloween
seems
one
like a thing you should do.
yeah,
many times. I've seen the Christmas one.
I've seen the.
Oh,
Christmas
maybe it was a Halloween.
Correct,
I think it was
yes.
a Halloween one that wasn't. It was a Halloween one, not Thanksgiving.
Correct.
one. Right, because nobody cares.
Nobody cares about Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. It's a terrible movie.
Yeah,
No,
nobody really cares
Halloween
about Charlie
wasn't
Brown
on.
anymore.
No.
Peanuts, I can appreciate. Like
They made a new
very
Peanuts
good
movie a couple
Why
years
would
ago.
you not care about that?
Because it's
Short. Oh,
boring.
I just don't need that in my life at all. And the boys are never gonna sit still and watch that movie ever. They don't sit still to watch anything.
Oh well, if that's
So
the
I'm
case,
not
then
gonna
I
turn it
agree-
on for
then I get
myself
you.
because it's
that's how my
dumb
kids
as
are.
shit. And Charlie Brown's not smart. I mean, he gets fooled by the same old tricks over and over again. Like, come on, man.
I agree.
She doesn't like you. She's mean to you. Kick her to the curb.
We really shouldn't be celebrating that kind of.
You have a friend that doesn't bathe. You need to talk to him. You need to say like, "Hey, man, you got trouble at
But
home.
the point is
like,
that
do you
he's
need
still
a?
friends with him.
Do you need? Yeah. Well, he's not being friendly enough to say like, "Hey, do you need anything?
Your
Do you need
hygiene-
some help?"
your
Like,
hygiene's
maybe
a
right now you
problem.
don't
Yeah,
feel like,
like,
bathing, and I
Have you ever
understand
noticed that
them,
we
so
don't
then be
get
friends
close
with
to you because you've got these squiggly marks coming off your body?
Yeah, but he's like, I don't care because I still like you, and you're my friend. So it doesn't matter if you're dirty or not.
That's
Yeah, but-
not even the moral.
No.
The message doesn't appear in that.
But you're making the message appear.
He
that
is his
shouldn't
friend,
appear.
but as a friend,
it.
he should say like, "You should probably
His
for your
friendship
health,
is saying, I'll be friends with you no matter what.
for
That
your
is
health,
not-
you should probably."
That's
bathe.
never said.
Right, but none of that's ever said because that's not what Charlie Brown is about. It's about
being
It's
fooled
about
by
depression.
a woman.
It's about childhood
Severe
depression.
depression.
That's
No,
what
it's
Charlie Brown.
not.
That's what the creator of
He-
Charlie Brown said. Charles Schultz.
He's severely depressed.
That's
he
what
can
it's
be
about.
depressed, but I don't feel like
I don't
that's
know.
why he made that. Maybe he made that because he was depressed and he wanted to make something to make people happy.
No, I think he wanted to
But you can't say what you think he wanted to do. You don't know that.
I think it's widely known that Charlie Brown is this depressed creature.
It's about mental health.
I don't actually know.
Well, then that's a
I'm
good
just going
thing for
along with
people
you.
to see, don't you think?
I agree, but I also think the kids should beg.
That's why people like it so much, because it addresses those types of things without talking down to children.
That's sad.
Yeah, best character, Peppermint Patty. She's like the realest person.
Probably really needed to see that this year.
Yeah.
You know?
Nobody needs to see it. It's worthless.
I mean, just
Stop
get
it right now.
Worthless.
Just get over it, people.
Yeah.
If you have COVID anxiety, turn off the news.
Well, that's 100%
And what does
true.
Charlie Brown have to do with any of that?
She brought it up.
No, I mean like with
No,
COVID
I
anxiety.
did not
I'm
bring
saying.
this up. I'm defending the point.
You just said people need it this year more than ever.
Well, yes, people might need to hear that message this year more than ever. But I agree with you.
For depression reasons.
Yes, but I agree with you. If you have depression, you should turn off the news. That's
Oh, I got a good story here.
100%
Jim was at Joliet
correct
Stockyards.
Oh yeah.
Jim Seedentop. And a car pulled up next to him in the parking lot. The guy said, "We are filming down by Braidwood, and we're looking for a semi or maybe a truck like yours."
Yes, and he was supposed to be in the scene where there are.
They go to the Sands Motel, right? Where the heroine lives?
Right, that's for the yes. They go to that motel, but they were filming the scene where John Candy falls asleep, starts falling asleep while he's driving.
Yep.
And they're going down the highway, and that truck and trailer were supposed to be the one that they come up to, like head on, and swerve around it, and you see him like turn into the skeleton.
How awesome would that be if that was Seedentop's truck?
Yeah, apparently it was supposed to be, but
wasn't
it wasn't. They used an actual
But they
semi.
filmed it at the Sands Motel, right?
Yes.
the Sands Motel in Ottawa.
No,
in
Braidwood.
Braidwood.
Oh, because there's a Sands Motel.
It's
in
literally
Ottawa.
So they
where
use the bank. They use a bank
It's
in
where
Braidwood.
all heroin comes from. It bubbles up out of the ground.
There's a
underneath
pool.
the
There's
Sands
like
Motel.
there's a well inside that you go and you can just dip heroin out of it. It's
Seriously.
insane. It's crazy that it's there, but it's for real. And they dip it out and they
You
just
know that
put
it's
it in
mined.
baggies.
It's a mined substance. Comes from the earth, like oil.
Heroin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like almost
No, it
like
doesn't.
mercury. It's like a heavy
It's
metal.
like powder, and then you have to boil it.
No, you
No, you got to
And
pump
then
it
you
out of the
inject
earth,
it.
like oil.
no, you get it out of the earth and then you can dry it down and like they have dehydrators that make it into the
Yeah,
powder.
of course. And it's made all there, Braidwood, Illinois, Sands Motel.
Well,
Yes.
then why wouldn't the DEA be there?
They're there all the
Oh,
time.
they're there
Trust me.
constantly.
You don't live here. You don't get the news cycle.
Yeah.
Well, there's also a Sands Motel in Ottawa. Sands Motel. You guys never heard of the Sands Motel in Ottawa?
No.
Are you kidding
No.
me? That was like the place.
Nobody
Liz,
goes to Ottawa.
my friend Liz, when she got married, we
Ottawa is
stayed
the
in
Charlie Brown
Sands
Thanksgiving.
Motel.
That's not a good thing.
Ottawa is the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving
we were
of this
just
area.
out of high school.
Okay.
You know, we didn't have money to stay
Nobody
at
wants
At
it.
a
the
Hampton
Holiday
Inn.
Inn in Ottawa. We stayed at the Sands Hotel.
Anyway, they use the bank in Braidwood as what was it? They used something in Braidwood as a bank, I think, and then they used the hotel as the hotel.
The polka dot.
The motel as the hotel. They used two different locations in Braidwood for filming. I saw some behind the scenes
This
pictures.
is a ridiculous story.
Oh, but it's all true.
What?
All of it.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles filmed in Braidwood.
Yeah.
Parts of it.
All right. So that's all I got for Thanksgiving goodness. Should we do some what we're watching?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Just to recap, though, real quick about this Thanksgiving thing. The point of this, like, top movies is that they don't make Thanksgiving movies. They aren't a thing. Like, quit trying to say this is a Thanksgiving movie because
Yeah.
it just doesn't happen.
I mean, to be fair, nobody's saying that. I had to search it out.
Exactly. Like, you had to search the Thanksgiving movies, and then they just, like, pull whatever
They're like,
out
oh,
of the
we gotta
bag.
come up with something.
Yeah.
Some asshole's searching this on Google, and then
It just-
little Google people are like, we gotta come up with something.
For some reason, it's not a thing. And then I saw a meme the other day, too, of it said, like, everybody complains about, you know, Christmas music playing all the time on the radio before Thanksgiving. And it said, have you ever heard any, like, real good Thanksgiving bangers on the radio?
It's funny. When we were driving to Thanksgiving the other day, I went on YouTube Music, which is basically Spotify, and I looked up I'm like, let's listen to some Thanksgiving music. So I searched Thanksgiving music, and they, they'll pull up a channel or they'll mix a channel for you.
Nothing.
No, it started playing. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Tom Jones.
Yeah. What is after Thanksgiving?
Nothing.
And then the next thing was like a autumn orchestral piece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like this piece is called Leaves.
This is why you just listen to Christmas music.
So I immediately
That's what I
turned
mean.
on
It's just
Third Eye Blind Radio.
Yeah, I like that.
And we
I like that a
jammed all
lot.
the way.
I don't hate Christmas music. It's
I
a
love it.
lot.
I love it
just a
so
lot.
much. I'm a month into it.
Yeah, so are we, and I'm not a fan at all.
It's fine. It's just that the length that you have to listen to all this music to, and like certain stations, radio stations, will literally just change over to Christmas music for like 3 months.
We'll
Why
be
is this
recording
so long?
some
awesome.
Christmas Snarfioki this year
Yeah, I think we
for
should.
Patreon.
That's a good idea.
She won't get to hear it. She's not a Patreon subscriber.
No. Yeah, you're right.
Let's go to
All right, what we're watching.
What we're watching. Jerry, what are you watching?
All right, I am going to talk about it real quick. I am still so obsessed with Survivor. I keep watching it. I want to be on this show. It is so good. I love the fakeness. I think it's kind of real, though.
It's the fakest of all reality shows, right?
No. Watch the show. It's not fake at all.
It's the original reality show, isn't it?
It is. It's like the original. There's 41 seasons. The 41st season is coming out.
I think the real
beginning of
world
this
might
year.
have been before it, but
Yeah, maybe. Either way, I really do love it. I love the fact that they're on an island and you see people devolve into just terrible humans. Like at the beginning of the show, they'll be on there and be like, yeah, love everyone. I'm just going to play a good game and, just be here, try to survive. And then they immediately start turning on each other and just being mean. And I don't know why. I don't know why it does it to them. But it's just such good TV, and
It's
I
like
love
Lord of the Flies.
it. It is like Lord of the Flies. It's exactly like that.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a super fun show, and I didn't realize I loved it as much as I do until recently. And
I've never, ever seen Survivor.
it's just so fun. Amy is so sick of me watching this show because I just watch it constantly.
Okay.
But that's all.
so I maybe
That's
saw
it?
the
That's
first.
No,
the
no,
show? That you
Well, I'm not
only
going to
pick
explain the
one?
show. Everybody knows.
No, but I mean, you only pick one show that you watch.
No. I have multiple others.
Oh,
I'm going to let Chris talk
Sorry.
about his
Why
now.
don't you let us take the lead here, Mandy?
I'm not good at that.
So there's been a couple things I've been watching, not a whole lot. I started watching this show and completed the first season of The Final Table
Oh, yes. I have seen this show.
on Netflix. Is this new?
No.
When did it come out?
2 or 3 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, it's at least 2 years ago.
There's been
because
no other seasons? That's very sad.
No, there's more.
There's only one season on Netflix.
Oh, there's more than that.
Huh.
Because I've watched it. I've watched it before. It's a cooking show, like where a
Yeah,
guy goes around.
It's a cooking competition. It's got two chefs, pairs of two chefs each.
Oh wait, no.
I think it's new.
I'm thinking of something different. I'm thinking of Chef's Table.
Okay, no.
You keep saying that, and I kept thinking of Chef's Table, which is like a documentary type show where he goes around.
Okay, really quick, if we're talking about cooking shows,
We're not. We're just talking about The Final Table.
Is that a cooking show?
Yeah.
So you are.
It's a cooking
But
competition.
anyways, this was a while ago. I don't know if you guys remember this show called The Taste, and it had Anthony
Yes.
Bourdain.
I used to
and
watch that.
Nigella.
Yep,
That was a good show.
it was very good.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Loved it.
I never saw that one, but
It was
I
good.
do
I
remember
loved
it.
Anthony Bourdain is this is what you guys should do. Top 3 people that you want to hang out with. Because
That's
Anthony
good.
Bourdain was in my top 3, but
He would absolutely be in my top.
but
10.
now, that.
Yes, it was a sad day when that man
Yeah.
left the
Yeah.
world.
He's so cool.
Anyway, The Final Table, it's a cooking competition show.
Okay.
It's pairs
I haven't
of
seen it then.
they're all professional chefs. There's pairs of these chefs. I think they're all like they know each other, they're like friends.
Sure.
But these are all like world-class chefs. Like some of them have Michelin stars, the contestants.
Oh my gosh.
And each episode is a different country's cuisine.
Okay. It's similar to Top Chef then, because like Top Chef has like notable chefs that are like established at least.
And so like this week will be Mexico, next week Brazil, next week Italy. And so they'll have a panel of 3 judges that are all from that country. One's a food critic, one's usually an athlete or an entertainer.
A joke.
Or something.
Not a food critic.
Yeah, there's only one food critic.
Okay.
Anyway, they will decide on a national dish. Then everybody will cook that in their interpretation of that. And then they'll judge them. The top 3 will be safe. The bottom 3 have to cook again for a world famous chef from that same country.
Oh.
So,
that actually sounds awesome.
It's great. And so the world famous chef will come out.
Well, now I have to.
And
watch
he will
the
pick
show.
an ingredient, and they have to cook using that ingredient, most likely in that cuisine.
Yeah.
So they did the different countries. They did Mexico, Brazil, France, Spain, Italy, Japan, U.S., U.K. I think that was all of them. There might be some others that I'm forgetting about, but it's wonderful. I love this show.
It sounds great. I didn't realize it was a cooking competition, and now
I'm pretty
really
sure it's
feel
brand
bad.
new.
It has to be, because I feel bad that I kind of blew off your text about this show, because I was thinking of it as like the Chef's Table that I've already seen, and there's been multiple seasons of that and like different iterations of it, and now that sucks because I should have been watching that show instead of Survivor.
So one of the best.
Jeez.
Like there are all these different contestants. Some of them are younger, but they're all have like really famous restaurants.
Yeah.
In wherever they're from. They're all from different countries, different parts of the world.
That's awesome.
But a couple of them, like 2 or 3 of them that are contestants have Michelin stars. 2 of them are in the top 50 chefs. They have been for like 10 years straight.
Holy
One of
cow.
them has 3 Michelin stars.
Jeez.
But then the chefs, they get in as the famous chefs to judge like the final rounds of each thing. Like in the U.S., it was Grant Achatz.
Yeah.
Or however you say his name, from Alinea in Chicago. And he's like the #1 chef in the world.
Yep. Has been for
Yeah.
a while.
And which he served my trees
He did.
in a weird turn of events.
Were they spruces?
They were Douglas fir. He used them
Douglas
as
firs.
plates for peppermint snow. But anyway.
Silly.
Um,
You did.
Oh, no,
Chris
I
is
know.
world famous.
I
don't
know. I thought that was cool.
it was cool.
That was cool.
The UK lady has like 10 Michelin stars throughout her career. It was crazy. So obviously it's fun to watch what they create, but it's also fun to see the dynamics between the groups of chefs because they're teams. But then towards the end, at the end, whoever's left, there's 2 teams left. They compete as individuals for the whole panel of world famous chefs for a seat at the final table, like as a contemporary of theirs.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have to watch this now.
Yeah, you have to watch it. I can't believe. That's why I was surprised when you said you'd seen it. I'm like, oh, this must be an old show.
No.
But it just popped up on Netflix, which is weird.
I was just confusing it with another show.
Or it might be an older show. I don't know. But so I really, really enjoyed it. Anything you've been watching, Mandy?
Okay. Do I just name one thing?
One thing.
Or one thing?
Yeah.
So Lily and I have really been into this.
Okay.
We've been watching it together. Well, and Greg's been watching it too, actually. But it's a show that kids can watch.
Worst Witch?
Oh, no. Worst Witch is awesome. We watched all of that.
It's a great
I've never
show.
seen that.
I've talked about it
It's
on
on
the
Netflix.
show before.
Yeah, you have, but I
It's
never
good.
watched it.
We watched all that, though.
For a kid's show. Yeah.
Now we're on to Anne with an E. Anne with an E. And it's on Netflix. And it's Anna Green Gables.
Okay.
You ever
Yeah.
heard of Anna Green Gables, the books when we were younger?
Yep.
It was a cartoon and a books. Well, it's Anne with an E, but it's on Netflix and it's real life and it's super good. It's really good.
Yeah. I would check that out. I read those books.
I
when was a kid.
don't read, but so I didn't read the books.
Like at all?
You don't know how?
No.
You were never taught?
no, I know how to read, but
Shouldn't
I
hire
don't
you
like
at the
to.
Skittles factory.
Yeah.
Don't go to the Skittles factory.
Anyways,
you could get employed by them.
like
though.
reading is not my thing. Like I read whatever books I was told to read in school. I wasn't gonna like try to read extra.
Sure. I understand
So I
that.
did not read any Green books unless it
That's
was
not
Goosebumps.
true. You read all the Goosebumps.
I read
books.
Goosebumps. See, Chris only knows that I read Goosebumps because that's all I ever read.
Oh my god.
Besides what they asked me to in school.
That's not
but anyways,
true. Actually, you read R.L. Stein's like adult novels
well, but that was
because you were
I
so
liked
obsessed with
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
And then when I became an adult, that's what I read. And
Isn't that what happens when you like to read?
Yeah, the last book I ever, and the last and only books I ever read, I didn't have to, were R.L.
He's a good writer.
He is a good writer.
And with any, we love it.
Okay,
It's great. Our whole family.
You got another one?
Do each?
Yeah, I got a lot. Supermarket Sweep is back
It is.
Yeah, I
on
saw
TV.
that. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Supermarket Sweep.
That's a pretty good show.
you know we
Pretty good. That's the greatest
It's a good show.
reality fun game
Well, that's
show
not
of
true. I
all
would
time.
say Survivor
if you're
is, but-
top 10 game
Okay.
shows, Supermarket Sweep's number one.
Yeah.
I'm redlining.
Yeah,
Redlining.
yeah. So recently we rewatched some of the old Supermarket Sweep, and it's a hard watch.
It's a hard watch. Yeah. I have to.
The new one has Leslie Jones. I'm not a huge fan of hers.
I'm not either. As soon as you say that name, I can't watch it.
It's good though.
The
I
character
agree, but
she
it's
puts
good.
on.
I've never enjoyed her on SNL.
I agree,
No.
but it's good.
I will
Or
watch it
Orange
though.
is
I would
the New
totally
Black.
watch it.
I didn't like Orange is the New Black.
She's
either.
not in Orange is the New Black.
She's not?
No, she's in SNL, like Saturday
She's
Night
a
Live.
comedian on SNL.
Comedian.
Oh.
And it's just the same character
Unless
that
she
plays.
came in later in the seasons,
Okay.
I quit watching Orange is the New Black.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
I don't even like.
I never watched
I
it.
just really like Supermarket Sweep, and so I'm just saying that's that.
Okay, you got another one?
Other things I'm watching: Bloodline.
I've
On
heard-
Netflix, I'm done. I'm almost
Never
done with
heard of
that.
it.
Oh,
I
I've
haven't
heard of
even
it. People have been telling me to
My
watch
God,
it. Yeah.
It's so good.
What is
Really?
this one about?
Family. It's almost kind of like Ozark in a way where it's like a really good family and you make one bad decision and then it keeps like snowballing and you just kind of have to keep like covering up your
Will it
one
give me
bad
anxiety?
thing.
Sounds anxiety.
Oh
ridden.
yeah. Did Ozark give you anxiety?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Bloodline,
I couldn't
though,
handle it.
it
I couldn't
was
handle
good,
those.
though.
Too much,
It was
yeah.
good, and I don't know who that one main guy is in it because I'm not good at that. But he's
My
popular
main
actor.
problem with Ozark is that it was just so like every episode just would get worse and worse and worse
and that's how Bloodline is.
for those people, and I was like,
Yes,
there's
and
just
you're
no
like-
coming out of this.
Yeah,
There's
and
no
you're like, God, just come on, like.
there's no happy ending here.
No.
And I don't
it gets
necessarily
worse.
need a happy ending for
And
everything,
that
but
is exactly how Bloodline is.
Well, Ben Mendelsohn is in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who's
I like
that?
him.
He's in. You know who he is?
Yeah, he's in
Main guy?
I can't think of
No, the
him.
main guy
Can
is
never think of the name of
Kyle
anything.
Chandler. I'm assuming John Rayburn.
Yeah, John Rayburn.
I've not really seen him in a lot of stuff,
He's
but
in stuff though.
but Linda Cardellini is in it. She was in you know what, Grandma's Boy. Linda Cardellini.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's good.
Yeah, she's good. She's
Yeah.
good.
Ben
Bloodline.
Mendelsohn's always a bad guy.
Sissy Spake. Yeah, Ben
Who's
Mendelsohn's
Ben
a bad
Mendelsohn in
Always.
the show?
guy. He was in Watchmen.
What's his
Yes, he
name?
was.
Yeah,
What's his name in the show?
Danny.
Oh,
Rayburn.
Danny. Yeah, that's how it all revolves around Danny.
It's always a
It's
Danny.
good. It's good. You should watch it.
All right, you got another
Next.
I do.
Oh,
Oh no, if you have
one?
one more.
Just go ahead.
Broadchurch.
Oh.
Broadchurch.
Which one? The British or the
The
American?
British or the American version?
They're British.
But there's an American version too.
Really?
Yeah, with
Oh,
the
yeah.
same
Well, I've
actor.
been watching-
David Tennant.
I've been watching Broadchurch British
Yeah, it's a
on
great show.
Netflix. It's
Yeah.
so good.
So the American version's exactly the same, except the ending's different.
Yeah,
And
the
it
ending
still
is
has the
different.
same actor.
Okay,
David Tennant.
time
is
out. Because
my
when I saw the first
favorite.
season of Broadchurch, I'm like, I've watched this. Was it called Broadchurch? Oh no. 'Cause
No, it wasn't called Broadchurch.
No, because
was
I've watched it before
in the
this-
UK.
in the
No,
U.S.
in the U.S. Because I watched it
Yeah, it was.
before, and I was like, I know what's going to happen, but it's not the same. But I know I've seen this. It starts with a G. Does it start with a G? The name of the show in the U.S.
I thought it was Broadchurch.
I don't know. I just lost internet.
No,
Anyways, but it's they have a second season. It's a whole nother murder mystery. It's so good.
I have this deep connection with David Tennant because he is my doctor. I don't know if you've ever watched Doctor Who, Mandy.
She definitely has not.
But you definitely
I haven't,
should.
But I've heard of it. Our old minister.
That's the one thing I need to get back into big time is Doctor Who. And the whole reason I kind of stepped away from it is so that I could binge like 97 seasons in a row like I did the last time.
I've heard the new season's great.
But David Tennant is my doctor, and I will never forget when he had to change over to a different doctor. It has scarred my heart.
I wish I could look it up. My internet just went out, which is really
I think
annoying.
it starts with the G. Because I could have sworn the whole time I was watching, I'm like, I know I've seen this before, but...
Yeah, and I know what you're talking about. Hang on.
If my internet's out, yours is out.
U.S.
They weren't British in it.
Grace Point.
Grace Point! Oh my God!
Yeah, Grace Point
I'm
is
not crazy.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It's the same show.
It is the exact same show with a different
With
ending.
David
But
Tennant.
it never had a second season.
No, it wasn't.
It was one season. Well,
one story.
Broadchurch is 2 seasons. The people from Grace Point go on to solve mysteries together in Broadchurch, and there's a whole another season.
I'll have to
And
check that
it's
out.
British, but it has the same exact storyline. This is blowing my mind right now because I knew the whole time I was watching it. I was like, I know I've seen this
So you
before.
watched the same story twice and didn't realize it?
Well, no, but I mean, this was probably like 2 or 3 years ago. I'm like, I know I've seen this before. I'm like, who is going to be the one that kills this boy?
But it's different.
No, it's not. It was.
No, it's a different ending in the both. It's a different ending in the shows.
It is.
It wasn't.
No, I know it is
No,
because
it wasn't. It was the detective's husband.
okay.
Well,
First
spoilers.
of all, way spoilers, and B, that is not what happens in the American version.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
That's what happens, isn't it?
No. I'm not going to spoil it, though. It's
Well,
a mystery that you literally have
Well,
to
now,
wait all
like,
season to get the answer
I've
for.
already seen it. Why don't I remember? But it was this. I knew when I was watching. I knew I had seen that. You know. But anyways, there's a whole other season of new mystery, and I think there's going to be more. And then
More mystery.
So that was good. Broadchurch, Bloodline, Supermarket Sweep, and with an E. Definitely and with an E if you have a little girl. And then Yellowstone.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
that's fine.
You guys are the worst, but go ahead. Jerry, your turn.
I watched, finally, you talked about it last week, Queen's Gambit.
Oh, you finished it?
Oh my gosh. That's a good show.
Yeah, it is a good show.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it, but Greg's been watching it because we were going to watch it.
And
then I fell asleep.
Oh, that's sad.
But he's been watching it, and then he got too far ahead to where I'm like, no, I can't even watch it. So
I've been watching it. I love it. I think the main character is phenomenal. She's an incredible actress and does a very good job. I like that it's about chess. Like, you don't see shows about chess.
Absolutely.
Like these obscure like tournaments that are big. Like, this is huge,
Especially in other countries.
And this is based off of a book. It's not true events.
No.
By any means, but it's based off of a book, and it's
And from
incredible.
what I've read, it's pretty well researched and like it's
Is it?
pretty true. They had chess experts
Yeah.
that came and made sure they were
Doing the right
doing
thing.
the right things.
It's incredible. I loved the story from beginning to end. I loved like her relationship with the janitor at the girls' home, that she was in, and like everything after that, the addiction problems through her whole life, the mother that she got, like just all of it is so
I've heard
good.
really good things about that.
The only criticism I'd have of the show, or the only thing I disliked, was like I didn't care whenever they kept going back and not advancing the story. It annoyed me.
So I agree with that. In like episode 5 or 6, she really goes backwards
Yeah.
And it was the same thing over and over again. I agree with that. That was a little bit slow, but I feel like it pays off at the end. And I don't know. I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. I liked watching her play chess. I liked watching her like mind work.
Yeah.
And the way she did things like in her brain without any board in front of her or anything. And obviously it was like drug induced, most of it. But then it wasn't later on. Like she was still doing it.
I don't think it was drug induced. I think
to begin with,
the drugs calmed her down to like realize her potential.
To like open her mind, like DMT.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of drug it was.
Not
it was
like
just,
DMT at all, because that's a hallucinogenic.
What
No, I
kind
know.
of drug
No.
was it?
I think it was
But she
basically
was-
like a tranquilizer. So,
but she was like hallucinating though, because she was envisioning.
well, she
a
was
board
overdosing
the
on it. But yeah, it was like a tranquilizer, which were common in the 50s and 60s. I think it's similar like a Quaaludes.
Okay.
So they're not common anymore, like benzos.
Yeah.
Benzodiazepines.
Oh, yeah.
So benzos were huge in like the 50s, 60s, 70s.
Yes.
And then
They
they,
were. That's what they give all the housewives.
yeah, they literally
That's
drugged
exactly
every
the show.
housewife. That's what
Take these so you can deal with your life.
that's what Bill Cosby drugged people women
Right.
with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Benzos.
No, but that like all women took them. All
Yeah.
mothers. took
And they depict that in the show
They
because
did that. Yeah, they did.
that's exactly what happens.
They give them to children in the
and
show.
in the foster home, or like it was a
They gave them to everybody.
they was literally like you just got in a line and they'd give you a red and green pill.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just a really good show. I think it's
But do you want to know something interesting is I'm sure there's a way to get them now through like anti-anxiety medications or something.
Probably.
But apparently you really can't get those drugs anymore and haven't been able to get them.
No.
What?
Yeah, no.
No, you can't. And for like a long time. So people like actively try and find like old stockpiles from like the 70s.
Or I feel like
Really?
the new day benzos
They're
are
not the same.
Xanax. It's Xanax.
Yeah. But
It's true.
sounds like it.
but it's less
Effective.
affecting.
It's like the same thing. It's just a different drug company.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't
Anyway,
know what's true or not, but I love it. I think everybody would enjoy this show. To be honest, I think you would
I've
enjoy
heard. I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot of really great things about it
yeah.
from a lot of people.
I have one other show, but I don't know if you've watched it.
I
or
have
not.
watched it.
You
yes.
did watch the episode.
Yes.
Is that another thing that you were going to talk about?
Yes. Mandalorian
Yes.
episode 5 or episode
13.
13.
Technically, yeah.
The Jedi?
Chapter 13, The Jedi.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there'll be some spoilers. We're gonna spoil on this.
I'm going
right?
to spoil the shit out of it. Yeah.
Where are we at on time?
We're over. I mean,
Already?
over 2 hours. Yeah. 2 hours and 8 minutes.
All right, we'll talk about this a little more in depth then in the future, but because we actually haven't talked about the last episode either of The Mandalorian.
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
Holy
Which
smokes.
was what happened in the one before. In chapter 12.
It's when he meets Bo-Katan.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and they take down the ship.
It's not the
Or
one
they-
where
they-
he goes with Cara Dune and Apollo Creed.
Is it? Maybe it is. Maybe I'm flipping episodes.
I can't remember now.
I'll have to go back and look. But yeah,
I think it was 2 ago with Bo-Katan.
you're right. You're right. And
Anyway,
then,
so both of those are really good. I really like the one. I really like Cara Dune.
absolutely. She's phenomenal.
If she doesn't get herself kicked off the show just by being Republican because
Oh.
it's causing huge controversy.
Is it? I don't know about that.
She made a tweet that was like not super pro mask. It wasn't super pro mask.
Oh,
So now people are calling for her to get kicked off the show.
that seems silly.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyway, newest episode has my favorite Star Wars character of all time. The first live iteration of Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah.
Clone Wars Rebels character. And
Played by Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson, one of my favorite actresses
Oh
of all
my
time.
gosh,
Yes.
Chris loves her.
That's true.
He loves her.
I do love
He's
her.
always loved her.
As do I.
Ever since Clerks 3.
Yes, as do I. No, Clerks 2,
Clerks 2. Yeah.
not 3.
Can't wait
Yeah.
for Clerks 3.
Me either.
Rosario Dawson. The only thing I know about that lady is that my brother loves her.
Yeah.
Don't even
Yes.
know who she is.
She played.
All
It's
of
my
Snarf.
favorite character. Played by my favorite
actress.
It's insane.
You can't get any better than that.
But it is a very interesting. I was like, I don't know that I was as blown away with the episode as a lot of people seem to be, because the world is like blowing. People are going crazy over this episode. I really enjoyed it. In a way, I feel like I'm a little depressed because I think that's the end of Ahsoka Tano on Mandalorian. I don't know that there's more.
I know, and that's the way I felt at the end too. I don't know if they're going to bring her back in any further episode. I really don't feel like they can.
They might be setting up another series.
Well, they're setting up. Yeah, they are setting up another series with her involved with it.
That seems more likely, but I feel like that's years away.
Yeah, probably.
But anyway, there is like her Ahsoka Tano's like combat,
Yes.
and also the way that she like dodges in and out like a wraith almost.
Yep.
Is amazing.
It's spot on.
Yeah.
They did it perfectly.
The whole atmosphere of the episode is incredible.
Yeah. I loved everything about it. I liked the way. The biggest thing for me was her involvement with the child, and you find out what its name actually is. She can speak to him. She knows the language. She tells Mando like what is.
I feel like the name didn't fit.
No, I don't think it really
again?
does.
Grogan?
Grogu.
Grogu? Yeah, Grogu.
Grogu, I think. And they give a little bit of backstory of like what the child has went through, like its upbringing and everything.
Yeah, that was cool. That was really cool.
Yeah, it is really cool, but they just kind of hint on it. They don't really give you specifics. They talk about its training early in its life, and then all of a sudden it went like dark because of the Empire stealing him, basically.
Right.
And how I liked how she said, no, it's just better off that he forgets his powers.
It was mixed on that. I get it though, but
I get it, but I don't feel like that fit the character. I don't feel like it really fit.
I don't know.
The way
I think she
thinks.
was really affected post Anakin.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what they were.
But I can't imagine her
into.
saying, "Hopefully, he just forgets it and it fades."
Right, and that's what she said.
Believe her saying that.
But she did say
I could see her not wanting to train him.
Yes.
But she does pass him along to hopefully get trained by somebody else, which is who? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Clearly, though, the coolest thing for me was being from a fan of Star Wars Rebels.
With Thrawn.
Well, not only do you get the reference to Grand Admiral Thrawn, but if you've seen Star Wars Rebels, that is a direct reference to the last episode of Star Wars Rebels and the journey that Ahsoka Tano is put on at the end of Rebels.
Right.
So that is what's happening, and that's clearly what the next show is going to be about.
Yes.
It's clearly going to include Ezra Bridger, Thrawn.
Yes, and that's what they've talked about.
Ahsoka Tano, all of them.
Because she's searching for her, right? She's searching for Ezra.
She's searching for Ezra.
Right.
Yeah. With Sabine Wren.
Yes.
Who's still probably going to be in this season of Mandalorian. So they're taking those Clone Wars characters, or Rebels characters, and Clone Wars characters, and peppering them in throughout the season to tease the next series that'll come in 2022. Probably.
They're also putting in like Star Wars Legends.
Yes.
Involved with it because of that staff. So that Beskar spear or whatever is talked about.
I don't know the history of that.
So it's a Mandalorian weapon. I can't remember what it's called. It's something like Ragar, like something Ragar. And it's a spear that was in Legends that the Mandalorians would use. But somehow, I don't know how, like Grand Admiral Thrawn took it from the Mandalorians, and now that lady,
well, Grand Admiral Thrawn was a collector.
Yes.
Basically, of his adversaries.
Right.
Like Hera from Rebels. She he goes and takes over her homeworld, and he collects her like family vigil or whatever you want to call it.
And somehow the magistrate, that lady gets it.
Is connected with him, obviously.
Right. She's obviously working with him. Fun fact about her is her name's Diana Lee Inosanto, and she is the goddaughter of Bruce Lee.
Really?
Yeah.
Clearly very, very, very samurai, not samurai, but like kung fu inspired episode.
Yes.
Kung Fu Fight.
Yeah, inspired by that genre of film.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, you could clearly see that. It was a really good episode. I didn't think it was, like you said, I don't think it was overwhelming.
No.
But just seeing her in the episode and just her depiction as a live action character
It was interesting
satisfying
to
enough.
see her transform into that character because she doesn't necessarily melt into the character of Ahsoka Tano. I mean, you're looking at her and you're like, that's Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, you can tell.
Because she's got a very distinctive looking face.
Yes.
So I guess you could. She doesn't really look like the animated character come to life.
Not
Which is
100%.
fine, which
No,
is fine.
I mean, that'd
But
be very hard to do.
That only was like the first couple minutes of screen time, and then after that, you're not really thinking about it.
Once you see her moving around
Yeah.
and doing stuff, it's very good. It gave away it gave so much more information in this episode than I feel like you've gotten the entire season.
Yeah,
But the entire 2 seasons, to be honest, I feel like we gained so much information in this one episode that's the payoff for me. Gaining all of this information about what's actually happening and what he needs to do next and what's next for the child. I enjoyed.
I think it's very interesting that, so this is post Return of the Jedi.
Right.
So at this moment of the show, I mean, Luke Skywalker is building the new Jedi Order,
He is.
but
It doesn't feel that way.
it doesn't
does
feel that way.
Just because I think it doesn't feel that way because the Mandalorian is so removed from
It's the outer rim.
Yeah, he doesn't even know about the Jedi. This is the first Jedi he's ever met. He didn't even know that they existed beforehand. So I think it's like an outside looking in,
Yeah.
And so that plays right to me on what his story is. But you're right. You don't even know about that. But it should be brought forth more now
Absolutely.
that you've been involved with the Jedi because this episode just set that off.
There's so much they can do with
They can
Luke
go any
Skywalker,
direction they want.
The Solo twins. I mean, but I hope they don't. I mean, I don't mind them staying in that kind of Rebels Clone Wars universe.
Yeah.
And just living there.
I think they are. I mean, it's Dave Filoni,
yeah.
so I think that's where he's going to live.
So it's great. It's the best show on right now by far.
It really is.
If you're not watching it, you're dumb.
Yeah, you're a complete.
Are you watching it?
And
No.
utter.
You're
ignoramus.
dumb.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely don't watch that.
You should. Amy loves it.
One big problem I have with this show, this episode,
Okay.
it is beat for beat exactly Jetpack Samurai. It's as close as any episode of Mandalorian has
I
gotten.
didn't even put that together, but
Jetpack
you're
Samurai.
exactly right.
Except take out the Jedi aspect.
And the mine aspect, but you're coming in and saving a town.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same episode. It's the same story that we just wrote.
I know.
And now we can't basically do anything with it.
Well, we can. We just have to
It
call
looks
it.
like we ripped it off.
We just have to call it the Mandalorian.
We started 2 years before them.
I know. It's because we're slow writers and we didn't jump on it when we should have.
Dumb.
That's all right though. We'll do something. We'll do something with it.
And that's all I got. That's all I've been watching.
That's all I've been watching too.
Yeah.
That's it. You got anything else?
Same. I'm done. I named mine.
All right. Well, thanks for being the first female on the Snarf Talk podcast in the last 2 years. Episode 104, historic.
And you officially finished your gallon of wine.
She finished the gallon of wine on her own.
Hi, I'm always up for a challenge.
The anniversary blend.
That's what it was. Did somebody challenge you before you got here?
Yeah, the guy who sat behind the bar at Cooper's Hawk.
Oh.
He's like, "You want this?" I was like,
Yep. Yeah. That looks like a Saturday night to me.
"I've never met something more."
If I
wanted
drank
in
that
my
bottle
life."
of wine,
Bartender at Cooper's Hawk.
I would lose a week of my life.
Okay,
I
well,
would throw
let
up
me
so
just
terribly.
start by saying I did not drink this whole bottle tonight. If you think I drank this whole bottle tonight and I'm still acting
I mean,
fairly normal,
you don't have to lie because it's live.
no, this has been happening for a while.
That's true. That was open yesterday at
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
No, yeah, this has been going on for a while now.
Ian Hicks says, hi, Mandy.
Ian, I love you.
Where do you see
How's
that?
it going? Ian, great person.
I missed.
Really nice person.
He is.
I love you, Ian.
He is great. He gave us
You're
his
good.
coloring contest photo.
Yeah.
What's
you.
your thoughts on Star Trek, Mandy?
Did Greg put that?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he did.
Star Trek.
Zero thoughts. I got nothing on that.
You should watch
Or Star Wars.
Star Trek Discovery.
I'm
You would
really
like
not
it.
even quite sure how Chris and I are related. Because
I mean, but you are.
I hate video games. I've never seen Star Wars, and I don't even really know what Star Trek is.
That's not true. You've clearly seen Star Wars when we were kids.
No, I never.
I mean, I watched
I've
it
never
like
seen
every
Star Wars
day
in
of
my
my
life.
life.
And it's super funny because Hank all of a sudden is crying, saying that he wants to watch Star Wars.
So let
Another
him
thing,
watch it.
Greg's also never seen Star Wars.
I
Greg
don't
and I
even-
have never seen Star
I don't.
Wars.
I
Can
don't care. I
You
don't wanna
can't.
talk to you
Yeah,
about it.
you can't be involved with these type
Pisses
of
me
people.
off, like so much.
Like we don't need
How
these
does
type
that
of
even
people in
make
our
you
lives.
Mad? It's just not.
No. You
Our
don't
thing.
know what your thing is because you've not even tried to experience
You haven't even
it.
explored
I've
it.
seen bits and pieces, and I'm like, this is just the most ridiculous thing ever.
I don't understand how we let her on this
No.
episode.
I mean, first of all, it's the most popular thing in the
In the-
history of
in the
worldwide
world.
entertainment.
I don't think it is.
What is more popular than Star Wars as an entertainment franchise?
Disney World?
Disney owns Star Wars.
right.
Okay, well, other Disney things.
No,
They're
I don't.
not
Any other
as
Disney
big.
things? Cinderella.
I don't think
Beauty and the
anything
Beast.
in entertainment
Any
is
of
as
that.
big as Star Wars, the Star Wars franchise.
In the
I do.
world.
What? I mean, maybe Marvel.
Other Disney
Marvel,
things.
Lord of the Rings is pretty big.
Not
Harry
as big.
But it's not as big as-
Potter.
Harry Potter be on the level, but it's still not
Also
as big as Star
never
Wars.
seen. Lord of the Rings never seen. Star Wars never seen. It's not my thing. It's just my thing.
All right. Well, that's fine.
Lame.
Yeah.
All right.
That's where we have to end it.
All right. For Snarf Talk this week, I've been Chris.
Mandy.
You say, I am Mandy.
I am.